the win last week over DeSales, Spencer County plays for a regional championship for only the second time in school history. In their way, the Blue Tornado of Paducah Tilghman High School and the #1 offense in the state of Kentucky. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paducah Tilghman High School. I am Bo Bruner, alongside John Hutchins and the GHP-SPORTS crew and Kentucky 811 Call Before You Dig to bring you the pregame show for Week 13 of Bears football. On September 15, John, the Bears fell to 1-4 after the loss to Franklin County, and for some people, the season was over.
Yeah.
Everybody was looking down on them, but going back to the roots, they finished 6-1 over the last 7 games. This version of the Bears find themselves in the best playoff position they've ever been.
And what a season it's been, Bo. I told you a few days ago, actually, that 2 years ago, just reminding you, a couple years ago, I was really concerned about some of the losses the Bears took, mainly the offensive line a few years ago. Last summer, coming into the season, we were talking about all the skill position players that we lost. Had a little bit of doubt and everything. But now, I'm telling you what, season after season, I'm done doubting this team. I'm telling you, every year, the Fighting Marksberries from Bashir's Creek, Kentucky, get it together and come out here and play football. And it doesn't matter who they lost in graduation or who might have moved or anything. It's next man up, and next man up here in Paducah tonight.
With last week's victory, this senior class, John, has become the winningest senior class in Spencer County football history with 31 wins. Tonight, they will look to lead their team to the 4A semifinals for the first time ever, and I can't wait to bring it all to you. But first, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back on the Kentucky 811 Call Before You Dig pregame show, we are going to go straight into our Paducah Tilghman. We're going to skip the recap and give you that at halftime.
Yeah, we apologize, a little late coming on the air. These away trips, and I'm telling you what, an away trip like this, Bo, if you're still driving here, listening, when you hit Denver, take a left. You see a red barn, turn right around about right there, and it's just beyond is where you need to be. If you hit Tokyo, it's a couple miles back this way. But a ways out west tonight, trying to get everything together. And but we're with you now, and we're going to be with you through the end.
We are now about 26 minutes away from kickoff on GHP Sports. We'll be right back.
Oh, boy.
What?
We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you dig.
The Cooperative Extension Office is here to serve all residents of Spencer County with educational and research-based programs. We offer programs for youth 5 to 18 years old through our 4-H program, where youth can make the best better. We offer free soil testing, and if you love to get your hands dirty, consider becoming a master gardener. We also offer programs for prevention, wellness, and individual family development, or you can check out our homemaker groups. We are located at 100 Oak Tree Way off Highway 44 in Taylorsville, Kentucky. Come in and see us or check us out on our website or Facebook.
At Acadia Counseling, we offer a professional, down-to-earth approach for adults, families, couples, and adolescents who are looking for lasting results in a non-judgmental environment. Located in St. Matthews and offering telehealth straight to your phone or Wi-Fi enabled smart device, Acadia Counseling offers evening and weekend appointments. Give us a call or schedule from our website and create a brighter future for yourself or a loved one.
Welcome back to Paducah Tilghman High School and the Kentucky 8-1 Call Before You Dig pregame show. And, John, let's talk about the Blue Tornado.
Yeah, why not?
All right, they are 12-0 on the season, and they are one of only 8 undefeated teams left in the state of Kentucky. There's 1 in 1A, 1 in 2A, 1 in 3A, and 5 in 4A football.
Yeah.
They are ranked 5th in the RPI in 4A behind teams you've heard John and myself talk about all year long. Covington Catholic, Franklin County, Boyd County, and Corbin.
Yeah.
And they are an extremely experienced team, John. Had 70 players see action in all 13 games last year. 53 of those players are back this year.
Wow. Yeah, what a resume. I hope everyone was paying attention when Bo talked about that, the 8 undefeated teams, and 5 of them were in 4A. I mean, I'm telling you, this 4A class in the state of Kentucky, it is stacked this year. So, but, Paducah Tilghman, they've really been blessed to have a lot of these players that they've had and to be able to continue to put these teams on the field. And there's that brotherhood that they get from playing together, this experience together, as they've been able to move up through that stuff can't be coached. That stuff can't be taught. And then on top of that, just this last week, Paducah Middle School, I'm sorry, won the state playoffs for 8th grade football. And so a bright future is in store for the Blue Tornado out here on the western tip of the state.
This team comes to play when the Friday night lights are the brightest, John. Coming into the season, the Blue Tornado was 8-12 during the last 2 years during the regular season, but 7-2 in the playoffs. They're a pass-first team that also has a very good running game and are the most dynamic offense in the state of Kentucky, regardless of class, 52.7 points per game, 3 times scoring 70. Their lowest point total on the year was 35, and that was against their biggest rival, Mayfield, just a few miles down the road from where we're at now. They are number 2 in the RPI in 2A. They're coached by Sean Thompson in his second season as the head man at Paducah Tilghman. He's 19-6 at that time. Previously the head coach at his alma mater, Crittenden County, for 3 years, where he was 28-8 for a career record of 47-14. Now, for the 4th time this season, John, Spencer County will be playing an opponent they've never faced before.
Yeah.
We had that against Hart County, Fairdale, DeSales, now Paducah Tilghman. And it will be a game of very contrasting styles of offense. Spencer County is run first to set up an occasional pass. Paducah Tilghman is passed to set up another pass.
Yeah.
And, John, if I had to describe this Blue Tornado squad with a team Bears fans may be familiar with, I would say North Oldham on steroids.
Oh, probably.
And there's not many chinks in the armor on this team. There's athletes, size, quickness all over the field, not only offensively, but on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and Bo, I told you earlier this week, actually, just sitting up here talking with Kyle Brensel's dad and mom as they came into the stands tonight, I told them the same thing. I was like, when you look at this Paducah Tilghman team, they're big, they're fast, they tackle well. Oh, and did I mention they're big and fast, too? So probably one thing our viewers at home will quickly notice, too, about this team, there are no huddle style of an offensive team. They're going to be quick to the line of scrimmage, look over to the sideline to the coaches, get the signs for the ball, see what they're wanting to call. So if anybody from Michigan's out there wants to kind of stop by, help us out a little bit with some of these signs, we're all ears. But, we're down here. We'll send you the address and get you here as quick as we can.
They are led by a quarterback that not many people have heard of so far, but they soon will. Junior Jack James, 225 of 324 for 3,615 yards on the season, 51 touchdowns, John, to only 4 interceptions. That calculates to an unheard of 140.8 quarterback rating. And if he has to tuck the ball and run, he can do that too. And second leading rusher on this team, 243 yards and 6 touchdowns on the season. And, John, it's a lot easy to get numbers like that when your 5 starting offensive linemen average 6'2", 304 pounds.
Yeah, and did I mention they're big?
Yeah, I think you did.
I did?
Once or twice.
The biggest thing to take away from those stats from Jack Johnson isn't the yardage, Bo. It isn't the touchdowns. It's that he has only 4 interceptions on the season for all these passes that he's thrown. That averages out per attempt. He's 1 interception per every 81 times that he throws the football when you do the math. And so that's some serious accuracy coming from this young man.
He has targets all over the field, John. 7 different players have caught at least 14 passes on the season, led by a duo of senior Joavion Starks and junior Martell's Carter. And, folks, remember that name,
yes.
Martell's Carter. Both with over 900 yards receiving. Starks, 65 catches, 976 and 16. And Carter has 35 catches for 962 yards and 10 touchdowns. And for Carter, that's an average of 27.5 yards per catch. Both are in the top 5 in the state in receiving yards. And the Bears will also have to be aware of senior Banks LaFont and his 34 catches for 522 yards. Junior Joshua Campbell with 31 for 369. In all, John, 12 different Blue Tornado receivers have caught touchdown passes this year.
And, Bo, they do it by finding space. When we watched film this week, many of Jack James's passes, they were the receivers that found soft spots in the coverage. And they get out, they run these routes, a lot of slants, a lot of quick things where they were finding space between the linebackers and safety, or if the teams played soft coverage on the outside, they were finding these little things in the flats, little quick hitches, little out routes, things like that, just taking whatever the defense would give them. But, you know, either way, Spencer County, they have to be aware of what the Blue Tornado receivers are going to try to do and take it away from them. The Bears have to play, you know, some sort of man coverage in this game, I feel. You know, I don't know if we'll see Spencer County in like a 2-high or a 3-high type of a press with players back trying to avoid really any big plays or anything like that. But we have to be in a man coverage type of situation on the outside, or it can turn out to be a long night.
When not passing the ball, there's only really one option other than James, and that is sophomore DeMarcus Wilson. He's carried the ball 115 times for 951 yards this year, 8.3 yards per carry, and has found the end zone 13 times. John, he's a big body back, and he will punish defenses that don't wrap him up and gang tackle. When they do score a touchdown, extra point, John, on this team is automatic.
Yeah.
Senior Shep Esper is a perfect 90 of 90 on the season, and just last week moved into second place in KHSAA history for consecutive PATs made.
Congratulations to that young man. I don't care that this is the team that we're playing tonight. I don't care that it was a 4-hour drive from Taylorsville to get here. 90 of 90 on PAT attempts. It's just an amazing accomplishment by this young man. Now, we did notice in the stats that Paducah Tilghman hasn't attempted a field goal yet this year.
Right.
But still, that's very impressive on those PATs.
The Blue Tornado, John, defense is just as daunting. Only Martell's Carter will play both ways, which is a huge advantage most high schools don't have. We've talked about that with Spencer County, having very few players actually play both ways.
Yeah.
And they have 14 players that have at least 20 tackles on the season. As a team, they have 102 tackles for loss, 17 sacks, and 15 interceptions, allowing only 12.9 points per game, which is good for fourth in the state. The strength of their defense is their linebacker core, and they're led by senior Uriah Verzi with 72 tackles and junior Jimmy Mooney with 71. The defensive line is almost as big as the offensive line, John. Juniors Nyan Fitzgerald, Morgan Jackson, and Xavier Cleary are the perfect combination of both size and speed. They will take up residence in that Spencer County backfield if the Bears' offensive line don't bring their A game. Combined, those three have 40 tackles for loss and 6 sacks. The three starting defensive backs for Paducah Tilghman is juniors Martell's Carter, Jatavion Rouse, along with senior Amari Williams, and each of those three have 3 interceptions on the season. So as you can see, the Bears have their work cut out for them tonight, but pull off a victory, and the state semifinals awaits for you next week.
Yeah, it is. And as you viewers at home, as you can see on the screen, we're kind of in limbo here waiting to see if we're going to have the national anthem. We definitely want to be able to bring that to you before we get too much further into our pregame.
So we're going to take another quick commercial break on the Kentucky 811 Call Before You Dig pregame show. On the other side, John will have his Taylorsville Community Church keys to the game, and we'll get you set for the Darty's Body Shop and Service Center Game of the Week as we count you down to kickoff, now about 14 and a half minutes away on GHP Sports. The People's Bank is proud to be a sponsor of the SCHS Bears. The People's Bank is an independent, local community bank dedicated to serving Spencer and surrounding counties. At the People's Bank, we are here to serve you with deposit accounts, mortgage loans, construction and land loans, as well as business and personal loans. The People's Bank is conveniently located with 2 locations, 23 West Main Street in historic downtown Taylorsville, and a branch at 5511 Taylorsville Road in Fisherville. Or you can visit us at our website, Taylorsville.com. Banking excellence since 1903. The People's Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Not again. You don't mess with underground power lines.
Should have contacted 811. They'll mark those utility lines free.
Yeah, but this guy ain't real bright.
Neither is the neighborhood.
Know what's below 811 before you dig.
When you look for a veterinarian for your four-legged friends, you want not only the best care, but also someone who loves your pets as much as you do. At Bourbon City Animal Hospital, we know your pets are family. That's why we treat you like you're a part of ours. Find us at 101 Buchanan Boulevard, Suite 1 in historic Bardstown, Kentucky, or on the web at bourbоncityanimalhospital.com.
Welcome back to Paducah Tilghman High School. I'd like to thank the Paducah Tilghman High School band there for rendition of the national anthem. And, John, as you look across the way there on the screen, I'm from Kentucky. It's more of a basketball first, football next type of state. You're an Ohio guy. When I walked in here, I said, that's probably the biggest stands for a high school team I've ever seen. Supposedly, this place holds 8,500 people. That's crazy. Yeah, you've seen quite a bit bigger.
It's I won't say quite a bit bigger. I've seen bigger, but it's just a very impressive set of bleachers. I guess I don't know how else to say it over there.
That's not the cheap metal bleachers either, folks. That's all concrete, and it's a very nice facility they have here.
Yeah, but before we get to the keys to the game, I just want to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about my thoughts for tonight before the keys. Now, Bo and I have already spent quite a bit of time.
4 hours in the car.
Well, that, and then, 12 minutes bending your ear about this Paducah Tilghman team and just how good they are. We know they can throw the football, but this was pointed out by Jacob Miller's dad, Derek, to us earlier in the week. Spencer County's already beat the number 2 and number 3 teams in Class 4A this year in throwing. And so why not take out number 1? We know they can run the ball when needed, but tell that to Nick Stowe. Tell that to Keenan Carnes. Tell that to Tanner Schuler, who together have 270 tackles on the season. Our defense as a whole, 10 forced fumbles, 32 tackles for loss, 11 sacks. We know they have size and speed over there at Paducah Tilghman, but tell that to the boys in these Bears uniform tonight that sweat, bled, and worked together all year to build the hearts that these Bears have and what they bring out on the field. On paper, Bo, Paducah Tilghman, they're the better team, but this game isn't played on paper. It's played on the field. Last week, I said at the DeSales game, this Bear squad is not a 6-5 team. And now I'll say it this week. They're not a 7-5 team. The Blue Tornado better strap them on tight because the Bears are here to punch them in the mouth tonight, Bo.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. So, John, we'll just step right on into our Taylorsville Community Church. Keys to the game. What you got here?
Well, now, first off, now you will. Hold on. A little postscript with this. I was thinking about this earlier in the week with the keys to the game. Always try to take some time to come up with something that ties in and everything. And it dawned on me. The last time I used song titles to tie in for the keys to the game was against Bullet Eats last year. And we know what happened in that game and how Spencer County was able to do it. I'm wanting to do my part. You know, these boys are out here. They've warmed up. They practice all week. I got to do my part. You know, I got the song titles. I've got my blue UK cup with me. Bo, I even pulled the lucky draws out tonight for this game. I'm telling you, I'm doing my part. So let's hit these keys to the game real quick.
All right. Don't need nothing but a good time.
Oh, poison right there. My wife would appreciate that one. But no, we've talked about this all week, Bo. This Spencer County team, to be where they are, to be where they've come from, take time to enjoy this. You know, they had the long drive down. They were able to stop at Beef O'Brady's back at Beaver Dam, get something to eat, and just enjoy being together, play loose, enjoy playing football with your brothers out here on the field tonight. That's probably one of the biggest things Spencer County Bears that they can do tonight is to simply have a good time out here.
And then a little Bob Seger, turn the page.
Yeah, that's kind of taking it back. Well, I guess Poison's taking it back too. I think all of the songs I know are probably taking it back a little bit. But we got to dig deep in the playbook. I mean, this is already the 13th game of the season. Anything that you've done all season long that you've been successful with, if you're Coach Mark Sperry, it's seen. It's on film. They're watching, they're scouting, they're getting the idea of what's happening, as soon as we're snapping the football. So we got to pull out some stuff tonight, Bo, that's never been seen. We have to dig deep into that thing, open up those last few pages a little bit, blow the dust off of them, and see what that playbook really holds for Coach Mark Sperry.
And then Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Again, dates us a little bit here with some of these song choices. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know any Gaga lady or anything else or whatever the kids listen to nowadays. But Don't Stop Believing. The Bears, they started so rough this year, Bo. We talk about the fact that they were 1-4 coming into the season, coming into the middle part of the season. And since then, 6-1. And for what they've been able to do, what they've been able to accomplish, believe in yourself. Go out there on the field knowing that you know what you're doing, knowing that you know how to play this game, and show these boys out here out west that we've got this under control in Spencer County.
It's a little different out here. And Keenan Carnes' dad, Dennis, we were talking earlier, John, he said, we don't really know what this Paducah Tilghman has.
No,
we
don't.
can look at the schedule and we can compare teams and things like that. They're out here on an island.
They are.
And, it's a long way out here. You got to want to get here.
Well,
it's just something that there's a lot of unknowns when this kickoff happens here in about 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier in the pregame, talking about the fact that they played a couple good teams that we know of. And one of their big rivals, Mayfield, is, 45 minutes south of here probably. And then Logan County making the trip over. And that was, from what we can tell, the stiffest competition they played all year. And so you start to wonder, is this team really the fourth best team in 4A? Is this team better than that? Are they worse than that? And we really don't know. We've seen film, but their film was done against teams that we know were lesser. There's so many unknowns when it comes to this Paducah Tilghman Blue Tornado squad that we don't know. But I think we're fixing to find out.
Wednesday night when we was watching film, we had a hard time actually finding film. Okay, what was the team that was successful moving the football? And it was hard for us to find some of that. Finally found, Mayfield had some success.
Henderson County
had some success moving the football. But really, that was all we really found, which we didn't watch every game. But
no.
We did watch 2 or 3 games.
But we also didn't find a school that ran a wing T against them.
Right.
And that's one thing I think Spencer County brings to the table is the fact that this Paducah Tilghman team hasn't seen this offense this year. It's an offense that really is a lot more popular back where we're at. But it's something to where if linebackers, if they're not using good eye discipline, if they're not, paying attention to exactly what's going on following that football, it's easy for them to get themselves out of position to where Spencer County might have some open lanes and get some running. And we've seen, even though it wasn't a wing T, we've seen teams be successful on the ground against this Paducah Tilghman team on film. And so Spencer County, you mentioned it, Bo, run first, pass when it's set up. But it's something that really tonight, if we could get them over pursuing a little bit on the defense, whether it be to the outside or to the inside, either one, we might find ourselves in good spots and getting some chunk yardage in times. But
we are going to take one more quick break before kickoff, and we're now about 4 minutes away. When we come back, we'll have the Darty's Body Shop Service Center Game of the Week here on GHP Sports.
Are you looking for a reputable shop to take care of your ride? Stop by Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center, offering all manner of body and mechanical work to keep your vehicle looking and performing at its best. Conveniently located at 910 Taylorsville Road in Taylorsville. Or find us on the web at Dougherty'sBodyShop.com. Dougherty's Body Shop and Service Center. Big or small, we fix it all.
Welcome back to Paducah Tilghman High School and the Kentucky 811 Call Before You Dig pregame show. You see Spencer County captains out on the field. All seniors, Eric Henry, Nick Stowe, Keenan Carnes, and Kellen Marksbury, out with Coach Marksbury. And, John, the last 2 weeks, me and you have given everybody a game to keep their eye on. That will decide where the Bears play next week. And tonight, all I'll say is it doesn't matter.
No,
it really doesn't matter tonight. There's one thing we know for sure. If Spencer County wins, they will play in the state semifinals for the first time in school history.
Yeah.
And that game will be on the road and will be at one of 5 schools, either Covington Catholic, Franklin County, Bull County, Corbin, or Johnson Central.
That's right. The only other school out there that is alive in 4A playing tonight is Bardstown, and there's no possible way we could end up with Bardstown. If you saw there on your screen, Spencer County actually winning the toss, deferring the choice to the second half. Paducah Tilghman will receive the opening kickoff.
Now, entering tonight, John, there's 8 teams, as you mentioned earlier, left in 4A. In about 4 hours, there's going to be 4, and 4 is going to go home. So it really not that it don't mean something all year long, but it really means something now. You're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We've got a good one set for you here tonight on GHP-SPORTS, and the winner is going to the state semifinals.
Yeah, actually starting to cool off a little bit out here too, Bo. We talked about a little bit. If you see a little wave on the screen, a little movement, the tripods, we got a little bit of a breeze. It might wiggle a little bit from time to time, but we're sitting down here on this river. Could almost spit to Illinois from where we're sitting right now. And just the wind just coming down that valley right now. And I'm kind of glad I got a pullover on.
I want to say this, too. Kudos to the people of Spencer County. I don't want to say this side of the bleachers is full because it's not. But there's probably close to 100 people here tonight that made the trip down from Spencer County. And that's a pretty neat deal to come watch this team, support them, and be over 200 miles away.
Yeah, it was quite a haul. Quite a haul to get out here. Really, you and I got to looking, and I think the only other further distance of travel that was going to happen tonight was Lexington Christian, wasn't it?
Lexington Christian
going to Mayfield, which, like I said, is about 45 minutes or so or an hour south of Paducah, and there's no good way to get to Mayfield, I'm telling you. So for them to come all the way from Lexington and have to basically get to Paducah and then turn left, I mean, it's going to be a haul for them. But still, Spencer County's here. The players are warmed up. Coin toss is done, and once again, Paducah Tilghman will get the ball to start the game. Spencer County having won the toss and declined the choice for halftime, deferred the choice to halftime, the second half, sorry. But Spencer County's getting ready. Actually, Kyle Brensel going out on the field to do the kicking duties tonight. We had heard earlier in the week, Tommy Childress, normal place kicker for Spencer County, is in Cincinnati playing in a soccer tournament, which is his sport. I mean, he didn't even play football until this year, which is his senior year. And we wish him the best of luck. Tommy, if you're watching, good luck in your tournament up there. Cheer hard.
We'll keep you up to date on some other scores from around the state as we go tonight, John.
Yeah.
And, the one right offhand, and a lot of these games will probably be over before we're done here, since we are an hour behind Spencer County. But the one that we do have, a big one tonight, Mel and Frederick Douglass tied at 7. That's in the second quarter. Brensel, short kick, going to be fielded about the 24-yard line. Be advanced up to about the 40, and that's probably, John, a steady dose of what we're going to see all night.
I imagine.
Martell's Carter.
Number 4, Martell's Carter.
Number 4, the guy I told you, keep listening and remember that name. Guy's got 34 Division I offers already on the table, and he is one of the most dynamic players in the state.
And right now it looks like Martell's Carter going to line up on the far side of the field.
4 wide. Handoff goes to Wilson. Up the middle. Going to get forward for about 4 yards. Bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Blue Tornado.
Spencer County
just short, John. It's going to have to be the Tornado.
Spencer County coming out in a nickel look on defense right here, having Kellen Marksbury as the nickelback right now, showing they're going to play 5 defensive backs in this game, which makes sense. You got to get your speed on the field.
Quick screen pass. Slips 1 tackle. Going to get across up to midfield. Drug out of bounds. Bears really played that well. Just slipped through that tackle, John.
Yeah, if the first tackle, if that one here we can see her on the Country Mart instant replay, this little swing pass out to the outside, Ethan Hampton coming up, having him by the hips. If he could have just held on and brought him down, could have been a loss of yardage, but still it's 1st down.
James looking to go long, and it is incomplete. Drew Barron got a hand up there. Knock that pass down. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Tornado. And that's singular, folks. It's
Tornado.
Not plural.
Yeah,
just one.
Yeah, we're not. There's not problem with your sound on your television. That's really what it is, and it's kind of odd. Bo and I were laughing about it driving down here, but still, it's what they are. So
same formation, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Quick swing pass out to Carter. Makes the man miss. Tries to get to the edge. Taken down by Ethan Hampton.
Ethan Hampton coming up big on that play.
No
Keenan
gain on that
Carnes.
play.
Keenan Carnes, actually a backwards pass a little bit. Keenan Carnes into the backfield quick to slow him down, allowing Ethan Hampton to be able to come up sure-handed, making that tackle after he missed that last one. Going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Blue Tornado, Bo, and Spencer County defense standing pretty strong so far.
James from the gun, 3 to the right, 1 to the left, empty backfield, 2 to the left. Now 1 man goes in motion. Fakes, another screen pass. It's going to get forward, up across the 40.
It's going to depend up. They're going to give him the first down.
Move the sticks, 1st down. Just enough, John. Got about a half a yard there.
Yeah, and so you look here on the Country Mart instant replay, Blue Tornado overloading one side to be able to open that up. That little tunnel screen off the side line able to break down to be able to get to the outside and get those blocks and get those 10 yards.
James takes the snap. Looks long, passes incomplete. Trying to go to Jakevion Perry. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Blue Tornado.
Brady Smith on the coverage there, staying with him. Spencer County playing exactly what we were talking about pregame. We're seeing this man coverage on the outside. These guys staying with the receivers. Official stopping the play right there, give Kellen Marksbury an opportunity to tie his shoes. Appreciate that there, Mr. Referee.
Handoff to Wilson, up the middle. Gets hit, taken down about the 35-yard line. Going to pick up 3 on that play. Be 3rd down and 7. See there, a little sneaky handoff there from James to Wilson.
It was almost the old Statue of Liberty play, if anything else right there. We're faking that pass and be able to hand it off up the middle.
Quick slant across the middle, complete down to about the 20-yard line. That'd be good enough for a Tilghman 1st down.
And that's what we were talking about. They're going to find these soft spots. They're going to try to get under the coverage and see what they could find. Right there, safety's a little bit back, playing behind him, able to sneak underneath with that slant and be able to pick up that 1st down. And Spencer County needing to come up with, see if they can get a stop here, Bo.
Handoff to Wilson. Tries to bounce it out to the left side, taken down by Paxton Truitt. Tanner Schuler there to help clean that up. Down to the 16-yard line and bring up 3rd down and 4.
Good read by Paxton Truitt. Receiver that he was on went upfield a little bit, watched, saw the running back come, was able to get up the field a little bit to be able to make that tackle for a short gain.
2nd down and 7, actually. That's way off. Man goes in motion. Pitch. Goes back. Back. Bounces it to James. He goes down. Bears not fooled there, John. Pick up 1 on that play.
Spencer County doing a great job staying with the quarterback right there. Nobody, like you said, nobody fooled. Staying home, playing their position on the outside. It looked awkward the way it happened with the pitch, just out in front of him, everything slow. Running back didn't take off very fast. And then luckily just able to even get the ball back over to James.
Wilson takes the handoff, breaks the tackle, gets across the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. He's going to pick up about 4 on that play. Like we said, this team has not kicked the field goal all year long.
No, they haven't.
It's 4th and 3. Bears looking to make a defensive stand here. First drive of the game for the Blue Tornado. James from the gun. Got 3 out wide to the right, 1 to the left. DeMarcus Wilson on his hip. Takes the snap. Hands the ball off to Wilson. Met in the backfield. Breaks free. Gets across the 5. Up for the first down. John Bears had him maybe for a loss there. And again, a slip tackle.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bo. Had him for a loss in the backfield, and still, powerful run by that young man, be able to break those tackles. And once again, Tilghman going quick.
James going to keep this one himself. Keeps those legs churning forward. Going to get up to about the 3-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and goal.
Seeing who's getting off the pile there. Looked like Tanner Schuler, the first one to make contact up the middle and bringing him down. And, you know, I don't mind that at all right now. When you look at it from Spencer County's point of view, if Jack James wants to run the football, we got to make him pay for those, Bo. We got to make sure that he feels us in those tackles. We got to make him uncomfortable with that football and take away that aspect of his game.
First football stadium we played at this year, John, got a play clock in the end zone. James under center for the first time. Hands off the sweep, gets around the right side into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Tornado.
I tell you what, Bo, it might have been a touchdown right there for Paducah Tilghman. I'm pretty sure Paducah Tilghman didn't expect to have that type of resistance from these Spencer County Bears as they had made that drive down the field. Spencer County making it known right off the bat, they're not going to roll over in this game. If they came to play, they came to win.
Esperon for the PAT. Like I said, 90 of 90 on the season. He connects on that one and was 6-12 left to go in the first. Paducah Tilghman 7, Spencer County 0.
We look here at the Country Mart instant replay, and he just brings that end around, being able to get him to the outside. Contact there by Matt Paxton Truitt to make the tackle, but the momentum carrying the runner into the end zone, being able to get across that end zone and get those 6 points. But like I was saying, Bo, Spencer County's definitely made Paducah Tilghman aware that we're here. They've definitely made them aware that they are going to play them hard, that they're not going to roll over. And
at no time do you want to let the other team score.
No.
But that drive took almost 6 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, it did.
That's Spencer County football.
That's right. That controlling the clock, and they're doing it with completion. Spencer County doesn't run in the football. But still, very impressed with what Spencer County's defense was able to do. As Bo mentioned, almost 6 minutes. Actually, we have 6:12 left to go in the first quarter as Paducah Tilghman's going to be set to kick off here. And Spencer County looking for a decent return of their own here. See if we can get good field position and drive down the field.
Russell Hancock on to do the place kicking duties.
Bo, you didn't get an opportunity to talk about our surroundings tonight. We're amongst them again tonight.
Yes, we are amongst them. Fielded by Ethan Hampton. Hampton breaks through, gets across the 40 up to about the 44-yard line. Good field position for the Bears for their first drive of the game.
Now here's where it's going to come down for the Spencer County offense, Bo. Looking at this defense from Paducah Tilghman, defensive line, not necessarily as big as some defensive lines that we face, but man, are they fast. Spencer County offensive line has to do a great job in that A-gap. They have to be able to protect in the middle and allow Jarrett Stewart time to be able to let these plays from the wing tee develop. Let's see if they can seal that off. It'll make all the difference in the world.
Handoff. Phelps gets forward to about the 48-yard line. Pickup of 2, be 2nd down and 8 for the Bears.
Yeah, Spencer County starting conservative, typical. That's normally what we see from Coach Mike Marksberry. He's going to test those. He's going to try to work that between the tackles, see what the defense is going to give him. And in that process, he's trying to get those eyes of those linebackers and the eyes of the safety looking at that space between the tackles. If he can use that as a play action type of situation or even a fake to where he can run a counter off of it, he can get those guys out of position and pick up some chunk yardage.
Barron out wide to the right. Henry Marksbury switch sides. Phelps goes in motion. Handoff Carnes up the middle. Drives forward to about the 49. Picks up 1 on that. Be 3rd down and 7.
Paducah Tilghman linebackers filling that middle very, very well. Able to come up and hit those gaps. And, I mean, essentially because of those linebackers moving forward, there's just too many hats there to block if you're Spencer County's offensive line. But, again, you got to see what's going to happen because of those plays. Remember, Coach Marksbury's not just running between the tackles just to run between the tackles. He's got a purpose behind this. Stay with him. Trust the process, right, Bo?
That's exactly right. 10 in the box for Tilghman on this 3rd and 7. Marksbury goes in motion. Handoff again. Goes to Carnes. Gets across midfield to the 49-yard line. Pickup of 2. Be 4th down and 5 for the Bears.
You got to wonder with this play call. We're not seeing anything happen on the sidelines. If Coach Marksbury had already planned on if he needed 2 downs to get this 1st down going forward on 4th down. Jarrett Stewart over here talking to Marksbury right now, getting the play call, and we're going to see an attempt at a 4th down conversion right here in the first possession for Spencer County.
Bears taking their time. 10 seconds on the play clock.
They
Bears
better not take too much time.
Down to 5.
Every Tilghman player within 10 yards.
Bears call a timeout.
Spencer County lines up there, and, of course, trying to get them to jump off, see if you can get a cheap 5 yards, pick up that 1st down. But if I'm a Spencer County coach, if I'm up in the box and I'm watching this and I'm talking to Coach Marksbury on the sideline, there was not a Paducah Tilghman player that was beyond 10 yards on their side of the field. Everybody pulled up right there. You've got to be able to see that. And, again, we talked about the over pursuit that you can get from this, the eye discipline. You have to test that if you're Spencer County. Use that. As these safeties keep pulling up, as they keep trying to do things to stop this rushing attack between the tackles, you got to catch them in it, and that's when you get some good yardage, Bo.
Coach Marksbury sending the offense back out on the field. Fourth and 5 for the Bears. 3:39 left to go in the first quarter. Stewart under center, takes the snap, rolls out, looks to pass, got Drew Barron open, overthrows him. Had him there, John.
Yeah, he did. Just a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog, and it just little too hard for Drew Barron to be able to get that pass, but it was there, and it's something that we'll have to remember. Paducah Tilghman crashing everybody to the inside, trying to protect against that rushing attack, able to run that out route, and all he had was the corner that had started the snap with him. And so Spencer County learning some things, seeing some things. Now let's see what kind of adjustments Coach Eldridge made to this defense and see if we can get some stops.
James from the gun, got 2 out wide either side. Wilson goes in motion, pass across the middle, dropped by Starks. Quick flash across the middle, incomplete. Be 2nd down and 10 for the Blue Tornado.
Yeah, I'm glad it was incomplete, Bo, but it was there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's scary right there. Linebackers coming for Spencer County. And if you're Coach Eldridge, you have to do that. You have to be able to put pressure on quarterback Jack James and get him moving, get him a little bit frustrated, hit him. But because of that, you're giving up that 8 or 10 yards right in the middle of the field that they can come across and have an open receiver. Watch the screen.
That incomplete. Trying to go out to Banks LaFont, and that'll be 3rd and 10. Bears got a little pressure that time.
Yeah, they got a little pressure simply because Paducah Tilghman didn't block for the screen very well. Now, most people see a screen, as you see here on this play. What happened when it come from pressure from up the middle, you have to engage if you're that offensive lineman. You still have to try to act like you're blocking this guy. You let him go, you're giving it away that you're running the screen. Flag on the play.
It's going to be a false start.
It's actually kind of, I don't want to say comical to me, but there's a lot of people that will talk about weak offensive lines and how they should run screens, Bo. And I'm here to tell you, a screen takes more discipline to run than it does to run a normal running play if you're an offensive lineman. To be able to get that 1 to 2 seconds of actually engaging that defensive lineman across from you before you release him, you have to sell that. And Paducah Tilghman didn't do it.
4th and 15. James looks to pass. He's going long. Covered by Barron. That pass is incomplete, out of bounds, hauled in by Martell's Carter, but was out of bounds.
Drew Barron with him step for step down that sideline. As you see here, looking all that the whole time, Jack James looking at Martell's Carter to try to make that pass. Drew Barron with him basically on his hip, pushing.
That's one of the quickest
forcing.
guys in the state, too.
Yeah.
Drew hanging right there with him.
But making him fade further and further to the outside to try to catch that ball and got him out of bounds.
Blue Tornado on to punt. Kellen Marksbury back deep for the Bears, standing on his own 26-yard line. Kick is up. It's going to be out of bounds. Fielded by Coach Jason Burns on the sideline.
Yeah, sign him up. No, it's great to see some of these people here from Spencer County, from the schools, and everybody supporting this team to make this long drive. It's unreal, really, the ask for a lot of people when it comes to their jobs, when it comes to things with their family, when it comes to the fact of, Bo, if you're like us and driving home tonight, you have to plan for that. You have to think about the fact that it's going to be 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning getting home tonight. And these people come out, and I won't say in droves, but like you said, there's quite a few people from Spencer County here. It's very impressive.
Marksbury goes in motion. Got a flag on the play.
We're going to have a offsides.
Offsides on Spencer County.
Yeah, somebody lined up neutral zone.
Yep.
Enjoy having Coach Burns here. We just heard in our ear from Charlie that he had actually texted Burns and told him he should have ran that one back. You know, Burns said he had an open lane too. He should have taken it, but still, great to see these other coaches here. Of course, Coach Burns supporting basketball players even that we're going to see on the hardwood here in a couple weeks.
Stewart looks to pass. It's intercepted. Dariante Ragsdale is going to take it down to about the 20-yard line.
Number 2, Dariante Ragsdale.
Yeah, as you look right here, Jarrett Stewart, he simply didn't see him. As he runs that play action, he came back ready to fire over the middle to Kellen Marksbury, I believe, who was cutting across the middle, and just did not see the defensive back there ready to jump up and snag that football out of the air. Spencer County, big stop on that last possession against this Paducah Tilghman team, needing to dig deep again and see if they can get another stop here, Bo.
1st and 10, Blue Tornado from the Bear 23-yard line. Hand off to Wilson, hitting the backfield, taken down. Keenan Carnes in to make the first hit on that.
Yeah, and Tanner Schuler following him up to clean it up. I mean, great job. We've seen this a few different times now on the first possession that Paducah Tilghman had. Times where they would get the ball to either a running back or a receiver behind the line of scrimmage. Spencer County doing a great job getting there, not doing such a great job wrapping up and tackling. And there, I think the message came through from Coach Eldridge. Hit them in the backfield, but make sure you wrap them up. Keep them there. Help will come, and we'll get these guys down.
2nd down and 10. 2 out to the right, 2 to the left. Quick screen pass goes out to Starks, complete. He gets by Paxton Truitt into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Tornado.
That one hurts right there if you're a fan of Spencer County. After giving up that interception and them getting a quick score after 2 plays, Spencer County having to gather themselves. You can't get upset right now. You can't get frustrated. Gather yourself, go out there on this drive, and see if you can make something happen to be able to pick up some points. And Bo, we're thankful for the fans here right now as you're sitting here with your notes go flying across, but people realize we're here and they're happy to help us and bring them back to you. And, yeah, he's got it weighted down now, folks. I think we'll be all right.
Extra point is good by Esper, and with 2:18 left to go in the first quarter. Blue Tornado 14, Spencer County 0.
Spencer County coming into this game, Bo, this was something we've seen multiple times this week in different media outlets, whether it be the Courier Journal, whether it be things online, Bluegrass Preps actually even, which is it's kind of an interactive type of a forum place where people can talk about sports from the state of Kentucky, high school sports or whatever. And everybody just wanted to sit here and point out how Spencer County was that 1-4 team, how they were that 1-4 team. Spencer County has to remember right now, we're down 14. It's early in this game, 2:18 left to go in the first quarter. Spencer County has to remember they are not that 1-4 team right now. They have to remember they're the 7-1 team that came up afterwards to finish off the season. They're the team that took care of business against Western, that went to DeSales and took care of them and now earned the right to be here at Paducah Tilghman. Remember that, play together, go out there, and let's put some points on the board on this drive.
Marksbury back deep for the Bears, standing about his own 5-yard line. Hancock ready to kick. Short kick. Fair catch called by Drew Barron, the 27-yard line. Bears will take over 1st and 10.
A little bit more of a field to have to work with now if you're Spencer County. And Bo, we talked about it with the keys to the game about turning the page. You wonder with a 14-0 lead with 2:18 left to go, with Spencer facing that coming from Paducah Tilghman, just how long it's going to be before Coach Marksbury starts digging a little deeper in that playbook, see if he can spark some energy from his offense, see if he can catch Paducah Tilghman not ready for something. But I think if it's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty quick.
Stewart hands the ball off. Brody Phelps gets up to about the 29-yard line, 28-yard line.
Yeah, Country Mart Instant Replay. This is just textbook when it comes to Spencer County and the wing tee that they're going to run. Lineman pulling to the outside, being able to kick some blocks out. Linebacker, though, from Paducah Tilghman, being able to come up and fill that gap and make that stop, making it a 1 yard, maybe a touch over gain for Spencer County, bring up second and around 9.
Bears taking their time. Frederick Douglass 14, Male 7 at halftime.
Wow. See, that was 7-0 when we come on the air with Male up. I actually, if I had to pick somebody in that game, I was taking Male.
Hand off Carnes. No, goes to Marksbury. Gets around the edge, across the 40, up to the 44-yard line. Pick up a 14, had me fooled, John.
Yeah, Coach Marksbury pulling out the counter right here. Been feeding between the tackles, gives the ball or fakes the ball to Keenan Carnes, able to get Kellen Marksbury coming off the backside, some lead blockers out in front of him, picking up a first down right there, and that's what we were talking about in these last few possessions. Spencer County testing that middle, testing that middle. You're forcing those linebackers to respect you, running between the tackles and come up to try to make the stops. Then they're not ready to cut to the outside when you run these counters, when you run these sweeps. Great call there by Coach Marksbury.
1st and 10 Bears, 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Henry and Marksbury swap sides. One man goes in motion, handoff. Up the middle. Keenan Carnes on that carry gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Pick up a couple of yards on that, and Coach Marksbury won't have to run another play if he chooses not to here in the first quarter. The clock's running with 18 seconds left to go. And looking at the situation on the sidelines with Jared Stewart standing there with the coach, I really don't expect to see a play.
So that's going to bring us to the end of one. Your score, Paducah Tilghman 14, Spencer County 0. We'll be right back on GHP Sports. Welcome back to Paducah Tilghman High School, the Darty's Body Shop and Service Center game of the week. Get ready to start the second quarter. Spencer County trails Paducah Tilghman 14-0. And John, the first half, Spencer actually didn't play bad on offense.
They did.
It was just a couple plays there that did get away from them. The first possession that didn't really wrap up all that well. Second possession changed that, as Coach Eldred's always good at making adjustments over here on the sideline. Now the Bears have the ball, 2nd down and 8. And their own 46-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Going to get up to the 49-yard line.
Going to pick up another three, yeah.
Keenan Carnes on the carry.
3rd and 5. Got a lot of options right here sitting at midfield at what you're able to do.
Keenan going to get a lot of carries up the middle tonight as we see Danny Armstrong down there. John, last week at halftime, had his pads off as the Bears went to the locker room. This week, standing on the sideline, street clothes, got a brace around that arm.
Yeah, his arm is in a sling, and you got to hope it's nothing serious. Got to hope it's something that'll heal up quick and be either ready to go if we're able to continue this season or be ready to go next season.
3rd down and 5 for the Bears. Handoff goes to Marksbury. He's got a blocker out front, Tanner Schuler. Kellen gets to the sideline, gets hit hard, but gets enough for the first down.
Tanner Schuler, we've talked about him so many times this season and what he's able to do in pulling around here on these sweeps. And again, fake up the middle, Kellen coming around the outside, and Tanner Schuler just in front. Kellen's so patient at waiting for him to get out there and make those blocks, got him to the sticks, able to get the first down. And Spencer County, that's 2 now on this drive, Bo. We're moving the football.
1st and 10, 10:48 left to go in the first half. Tight formation here for the Bears. Handoff, Marksbury again, cuts this one back, gets across the 40. That's actually Brody Phelps.
Brody Phelps, yeah.
Brody gets up to about the 37-yard line.
Good run.
Pickup of 9.
That's one thing we've talked about here with Brody Phelps, and you'll see it as this contact happens. He never goes backwards. He always wants to fall forward, and even this, breaking tackles, driving his legs, getting wrapped up, and he is still fighting for yards the entire time until the referee blows the whistle. Just a great hard run by that young man, bringing up a 2nd and short and giving us an opportunity, Bo. You could potentially see him take a shot right here, you know?
Two tight end formation for the Bears. Stewart keeps it himself, drives forward.
He's going to be close.
I believe he's going to be just short.
He's right at it if he's short.
They're
getting a first down. I wasn't sure if he'd get it. Looking at it from our perspective, because we're on the same side of the field as the camera is right now, and seeing Jarrett Stewart as he hit that line kind of went down to his knees a little bit. And, Bo, it worried me that he would be a little bit short by where his knees went down. Officials giving him the spot, signals first down. Spencer County still alive on this drive.
1st and 10, Blue Tornado 36-yard line. Again, 2 tight end formation. There's something new for the Bears. Handoff. Phelps gets across the 35 up to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Spencer County coaches, Bo. I'm assuming, watching film, they felt like there was a soft spot there on that defensive line somewhere. The way they keep pushing, the way they keep trying to move these defensive linemen. Of course, Bo, you get these drives like this. You know, we've talked about a lot of the games that this Paducah Tilghman team's been in, and they've been blowouts. 70-point wins and 60-point wins. And really, how much time did this defense spend on the field? And Spencer County forcing this defense to stay out multiple snaps and just busting them in the middle and making them work for it. And we can see if we can try to wear them down a little bit and get one broken open.
Marksbury in motion. Handoff, Carnes up the middle, across the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And right now, as you see here on the Country Mart Instant Replay, Spencer County offensive line winning at the point of attack and able to get a drive, not getting pushed back at all, getting to that second level to get those blocks against those linebackers and get that extended yardage right there, bringing up a 3rd and short, and at a spot where, Bo, this is definitely 2-down territory if you're Coach Marksberry. Spencer County still content to take their time, too, on these play calls. You know, we talked about this when it comes to some other games that we played this year, and the fact that sometimes the best defense is having your offense take a lot of clock off. You're keeping Jack James on that sideline right now.
And off Carnes. Drives forward. Gets up to the 26-yard line.
Oh, they've got him marked short. Fans on Spencer County side not happy with that spot. Bring up a 4th, and it's less than a yard, at least if the down marker is any indication of where the ball actually is sitting. We're kind of at an angle. It's really kind of hard to tell, but showing maybe a foot or two. All Spencer County needs to pick up first down. Of course, we saw this a little bit ago. Spencer County using that quarterback sneak to be able to get that first down, Bo. Do we see something different right here? Do we maybe run something to the outside knowing that they're going to try to stack this middle on the Bears?
And Phelps gets the first down. Across the 25. 1st and 10 Bears. 6.5 minutes left to go in the first half.
That's exactly what we saw. It wasn't quite what I was talking about when it come to going the outside, but as you saw there on the Country Mart instant replay, Spencer County doing something different. Not continuing to hit with Jarrett Stewart up the middle when it comes to these short yardage situations. And if you saw that on the replay, Paducah Tilghman sold out on the center right there. Tackles both pinching down on the center, linebacker coming in on the center, trying to avoid that push that could have been there by Spencer County, opening up that B gap on the right side and just allowing Phelps to be able to get through there and get the first down.
Hand off up the middle, Keenan Carnes.
See, we're going to have a timeout. Paducah Tilghman. As I don't know, Sean Thompson maybe coach over there. You know, are they needing a chance to talk their defense, Bo, or are they just trying to give that line of linebackers a breath? Spencer County hitting them in the mouth pretty hard in between the tackles and getting a good push. And so, as we've seen throughout this drive, it's not been anything special. We've not seen any fancy plays, any trick plays. This is Spencer County football. This is the Bears' identity. This is what they do on a regular basis, whether they're running any counters, whether they're running, you know, the power, the dives in the middle, the ISOs, the different things that they're trying to do. This is the stuff that Paducah Tilghman would have seen on film all week long. Spencer County doing a great job, and a huge part of that success, Bo, is those 5 guys up front, that offensive line, getting a great push on this defensive line, getting to that second level, getting those blocks, and being able to extend these runs for these backs to pick up the first down.
2nd down, 7 for the Bears. 5:48 left to go in the half. Pitch. It's to Marksberry. Marksberry sneaks his way through, gets down. Kind of hard for us to see right here, folks. Looks like about the 16, 17-yard line.
Yeah, about a 4-yard pickup, I believe, there for Marksberry. Bring up a 3rd and around 3. Kellen able to get this pitch. Again, Tanner Schuler going out trying to kick that block out. Just seal off that edge. If nothing else, a situation like that, Tanner Schuler coming around, giving Kellen an opportunity to be able to cut back inside, and that's what Kellen did. Followed his block. Always a very patient runner. Great vision out on the field Kellen Marksberry has, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Again, Bears going with this one tight. Drew Barron actually in playing tight end. Handoff. Phelps. Phelps pushes his way forward. Fumbles the ball out of bounds, but he does get enough for the first down.
I think so. Again, Bo, as you said, it's hard to tell from where we're at. I think he got drove out of bounds about a yard short. Yeah. I'm going to bring up a 4th and short for the Bears, and once again, now Tillman's wondering what's coming. You know Spencer County's going to go for this here. Down 14 points, 4.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Got to be able to come away with something substantial here if you're Spencer County. Something to reward your players, get that success. And, again, like I mentioned a little bit ago, we remember last year, Bo, 4th and short, Spencer County going for it, Cam Cardwell coming around the outside because we had been hitting the middle, coming around the outside and going for a 40 or 50-yard touchdown run simply because the defense was loading the box. And that's the type of thing I'm looking for right here if I'm Coach Marksberry. I'm looking for something to get my guy in space on a safe play. So you see here on the Country Mart Instant Replay from the last play, though, just coming around the outside is Brady. And as he just gets met, Spencer County going to have to do a little bit better job on that outside, trying to drive some of those defensive backs back, trying to keep them from being able to make tackles. But as of right now, Bo, we're talking about a drive that started on the 26-yard line for Spencer County, and we're on the Paducah Tilghman about 16. So Spencer County being successful, being methodical about this drive. And, of course, 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to go until halftime. And Spencer County, Bo, they're going to receive the second half kick.
Fourth and 1. Stewart under center. Pitch. Goes to the outside. Marksberry gets hit. Flips over the first down marker.
Now he's going to have enough to get it. Look at the Country Mart Instant Replay here. And Kellen just finding space. And so quick, so shifty in how he's able to cut back, getting that Tilghman player, although he was able to make a good tackle on him, you know, the Tilghman player angling towards the outside, had to stop, had to adjust, and Kellen Marksberry able to go over top of him and pick up enough yards to pick up the first down.
That's good about this drive, John. Not just Spencer County moving the football. That defense gets the rest.
Yep, that's right.
3:30 left to go in the half. Marksberry goes in motion. Handoff goes nowhere.
They're going to have Keenan Carnes down. Ball came loose, but Keenan forward progress had been stopped. See here on the Country Mart Instant Replay, we might get a view of that here a little bit. Loses the football at the end, hits a wall. Football gets ripped out right in that area somewhere. Forward progress being stopped. Maybe picked up a yard or so on that. Going to bring up a 2nd and 9. 2:53 left to go in the half, and Spencer County needing to punch this in before they go to the locker room at halftime. Get a little bit of momentum back on their side.
Still one timeout for Coach Marksberry.
I think he's going to use it.
Burn it right here.
Yeah.
Not happy with the lineup that the Bears had out there.
Somebody not in the right position. As important of a drive as this is right now for the Bears, you know, that's what these timeouts are for. I mean, it would be nice to have that in your back pocket. You're getting closer, clock's running down. Even if you had to run Kyle Brentsel out for a field goal, you have that opportunity to stop the clock before you do it. But still, we got to get there first, Bo. And if you're using this timeout right now to get everything set up right on this 2nd and 9, you know, we talked about the fact so much of what Paducah tells us, something happened.
2nd down and 9, 2:40 left to go in the half. Man goes in motion. Stewart looks to pass, comes back, overthrows Marksberry. Kind of threw into double coverage there, John.
Yeah, he did. And Kellen actually coming back.
Limp.
Yeah, a little limp.
They bring up 3rd and 9.
I tell you what, Kellen Marksberry, not the biggest player out there on the field, but one of the toughest. And he's going to gut this out for sure. He's going to be out there. He's going to continue to work hard. If anything, Bo, it's just going to make him mad. And so look to see what the Bears can do here 3rd and long. Again, 2-down territory. Spencer County really needs to see if they can punch this in the end zone.
Eric Henry out wide. Handoff Marksberry. He's got Schuler out front, waiting on the blocks. Got to cut it up. Gets up to about the 10-yard line, picks up 3.
Yeah, just taking too much time.
Timeout, Paducah Tilghman.
Too much time right there for this play to develop. We love Kellen Marksberry's patience in this. We love him waiting for Tanner Schuler to get around the outside, but at some point in time, we have to have the ability to cut up. Tanner Schuler, cut up field. Get up, get on that block a little bit quicker. If you're able to get downfield a little bit quicker to get to that defender, you're allowing Marksbury to run with you. You're allowing him to cut behind you and follow you, and you know he's going to do it. Have to find a way, make that contact first. Get downfield, force them back, drive them back, see if we can pick up some extra yards because of it. Decision time here for the Bears as it's 4th down.
Other scores around the state right now: Franklin County 30, Bardstown 7. Hart County actually down to Union County. That's Spencer County's first opponent this year. Bowling Green leads Fairdale 24-0. Trinity over McCracken County 45-0.
We actually talked about that game before we came. Bo stopped he and I stopped and got something to eat, and we were like, could we have just went to Trinity and McCracken County played Paducah Tilghman and saved all this travel?
Stewart from the shotgun, looks to pass, quick, going to fade route, little short, batted away, incomplete. It'd be a turnover on downs for the Bears.
Paducah Tilghman coming up big right there in their defensive secondary, and a play that I like the thought. I've talked about this, that we needed this to happen. Football just hanging up a little bit too long, allowing those defensive backs to recover. You know, you get on that outside, you run those fade routes out on the outside. That ball has to be put in the right place, has to be put on the outside shoulder, but it doesn't only just have to be put there, Bo. It has to be put there on fairly quick pace. We got
2 minutes, 19 seconds left to go.
Paducah Tilghman going to take over. Spencer County, again, needing to get a stop here before halftime. They'll get the ball to start the second half. We definitely, if we can afford it, don't want to give up another score before we go into the locker room.
Man goes in motion. James from the gun. Looks to pass. Coming out to the flat. Ball hit just as the ball got there. Incomplete.
Drew Barron coming up and just sit on that route. Saw it. Saw the quarterback. Saw the pass. Sit on it. Broke. Able to hit the receiver.
Nice hit, Drew!
And Starks not able to hold on the football for the Blue Tornado.
2nd down and 10. Man goes in motion. Pitch forward. Tries to get around the left side. That's Martell's Carter.
They got a flag down. Flag down. They're going to move that back. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's going to have a hold there on number 11. As you see, as he comes around the outside, Spencer County defender in position to be able to make this tackle, but 11 there on the outside just holding on to him as that outside receiver right there has Drew Barron, and Drew Barron can't get to him. Flag on the field, going to back him up 10 yards. 2:07 left to go in the first half, and a game, Bo, that most people, you know, you and I talk about Bluegrass Preps. We go on it all the time. We read stuff on there and see what people around the state think. And I'll be honest with you, there was quite a few people on there this week that were talking about Tilghman being at a running clock by halftime, and Spencer County defense stepping up big against this Blue Tornado offense. Doesn't really look like it on the scoreboard. That interception, a little quick score that they were able to get to be able to go up 14-0 kind of makes it seem a little more lopsided than it is. But Spencer County, Bo, they've showed up out here in Western Kentucky.
James in trouble, gets rid of it. Gets out to about the 10-yard line, pickup of 2.
Of course, Coach Marksbury's used all three timeouts. Paducah Tilghman still with a timeout. Definitely not in the spot where they're worried about stopping the clock right now, though, as they're buried deep in their end of the field.
James from the gun. 2 out wide either way. Low snap. Picks it up. We got it.
We got a false start. Going to back him up 5 yards. Paducah Tilghman a little bit undisciplined on some of these drives, Bo. We noticed watching film that there were times they got a little out of hand when it come to procedural penalties, and even saw a few times where they had some unsportsmanlike conducts where they got frustrated, other team just outworking them, and they say something, do something, get flags thrown on them. But if there's any chink in the armor of this Blue Tornado team, Bo, to me it's discipline.
3rd and 14, 1:13 left to go in the half. Got a flag on the play.
We're going to have a delay of game. We're going to back them up again.
That'll put them back at about the 1.5 yard line.
Be a half the distance, so probably around the 3, I'm guessing.
.58 seconds left to go in the half. James looks to pass, goes out to the right side, overthrows his receiver. That'll stop the clock with 53 seconds left. John, that'll bring up a 4th and 17. They're going to have to punt from the shadows of their goalpost.
Exactly. I mean, they're going to be sitting there. He can hang a hammock from that goalpost where that punter's going to have to set up right now to be able to kick this football. Not a lot of room.
Kellen Marksbury is actually standing about the 31-yard line of the Blue Tornado. Does get the kickoff. Kellen is backing up, going to let it take a good Blue Tornado roll. You got a fair catch that, John.
Yeah, you got to come up and make that fair catch.
You saved yourself 10 yards if you come up and fair catch that.
You save yourself the 10 yards. You also save yourself about 5 or 6 seconds on the clock as that ball was rolling down the field. As clock running the entire time until it was down. Spencer County left with 39 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And, Bo, they got to take a strike here. Yep. They've got to try to do something here. If I'm Coach Marksbury, I'm not kneeling on this football because I'm getting it in the second half. I'm going to do what I need to do to try to get my team even more motivated in this game. Defense playing a great game. Offense able to move the football. We got to be able to finish, though. And if I'm Coach Marksbury, I'm calling something to give my players the opportunity to go out there and finish.
No timeouts left for the Bears. 39 seconds left to go in the half. 1st and 10 from the 47. Stewart looks to pass. He's going long. Barron, it is intercepted.
Yep. Pass intercepted by Amari Williams there on the outside as he just tracked the football, able to sit underneath Drew Barron. And you know what, Bo? I said what I said, and I stand by what I said. I do not mind this call at all. Ball a little bit underthrown. Drew Barron having to stop. If the ball could have been just a little further out in front of him, stay on his feet, be able to stay in front of him. He had position, but with that ball being a little bit short, Amari able to get underneath of it and be able to make that interception. And now you turn the ball over. Spencer County having 2 interceptions already in this game, but still the one hurt them. And this one with 33 seconds, unless they're able to get a quick strike deep, I don't see it hurting them either.
Carter over here on the left side, one-on-one with Drew Barron. Goes to the right. Pass is caught. Amari Williams gets forward to about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
Amari just having made that interception, coming out and getting a completion on offense.
Tornado going with tempo. Quick snap.
Nick Stowe firing off that football. Nobody on the offensive line actually doing anything. You watching that at home, the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
Offensive line just stood there, and defense went after the quarterback, and the plan was to spike the football anyway to stop the clock. Spencer County has a right to go after it.
2nd and 10, 19 seconds left.
You can't have those. This Blue Tornado team's too good to make mistakes like that. Spencer County got to stay within themselves here, stay disciplined, and not give up anything crazy when we're sitting with 19 seconds left to go in the half.
2nd and 5. James from the shotgun. Quick spring pass out to Carter. One-on-one with Barron. Gets around the corner, beats Drew. Kellen knocks him out of bounds about the 24-yard line.
Martell's Carter, the guy we told you before this game started. This is a name we were going to say a lot, number 4. A lot of different offers, D1. Only a junior, actually, for this Blue Tornado team. And we knew from watching him on film, Bo, he's the real deal.
He is the real deal. 4-star, moved here this year from Brainerd, Florida.
Blue Tornado taking their time as they're looking over, trying to get their play call in.
10 seconds left.
Still a timeout.
James takes the snap, looks to the right side, fade route, corner of the end zone. It is incomplete.
They have him in, touchdown.
They called it a touchdown. Pass caught by Jacavion Perry, as we see here on the Country Mart Instant Replay.
5 seconds left showing on the clock in the first half, Bo, and that's just a rough one to take right there if you're Spencer County, knowing the fact that you had the football, 40 or so seconds left to go in the half. Opportunity, of course, got away from you where they were able to get that interception, but Blue Tornado doing what they do, moving the football down the field. Spencer County going to have to tighten that coverage up a little bit here at halftime, be able to come out and try to get this back. But right now, 21-0, this game is by no means out of hand. If you're a Spencer County fan out there watching tonight, it looks like it's bleak, but the way the Bears are playing, Bo, this is really not a 21-0 game.
The two interceptions hurt. They hurt
did.
Bad, and they got 14 points off those two interceptions. But other than that, you played pretty well against the number one offense in the state.
Yeah, it's Spencer County. We talked about in pregame. They've done well against passing teams, and even in this game, had some busted coverage there on a couple plays. Able to get them, allow the Blue Tornado to get down the field fast and be able to get that score. But generally speaking, boys, keep your heads up. You're doing a great job. And that's one of the things we got to remember. We talked about playing this man coverage on the outside. We have to have that man coverage. The problem with it is from time to time, you're probably going to give up a big play. You take away those high percentage throws that are close to allow them to potentially get a low percentage pass that's long. And there are times they're going to connect, and they were able to do that right there and put 6 on the board. Again, 5 seconds left to go in the first half. Spencer County going to receive the kickoff to start the second half, but have an opportunity maybe to do something with this one here.
Squib kick. Fielded by Brady Smith at the 21. Going to go down about the 24, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Your score, Paducah Tilghman 21, Spencer County 0.
See, we got Morgan Owens with us tonight. Is down there on the sidelines. We're going to see if she can get an opportunity maybe to get a word with Coach Marksberry before he goes into the locker room at halftime. I know we appreciate every time Coach Marksberry takes time out of, especially at halftime, when he's wanting to get in and talk to his team. We appreciate him stopping, giving us an opportunity to interview with him throughout the season, see where he's going. But right now, Spencer County 21-0, and it's a little bit of an uphill battle for these Bears as we go into the second half. I think, Morgan, you might have to get out there with him. See, she's waiting for Coach Marksberry right now as he's wanting to talk to an official real quick before he goes in, and that's typical Coach Marksberry-esque right there, Bo. But let's go down to Morgan on the sidelines as she has Coach Marksberry to see what he thinks before we go in at halftime.
No, hey, you need to watch it. Hey, I'm going to throw.
What do we got to do, get in the finish and get in the end zone in the second half?
Look, we're executing our game plan. We're doing what we set out to do. We chewed the clock up. That was a dumb play by the head coach right there. We had the ball with 50 seconds or whatever, and I took a shot, and I just should have said, hey, we get the ball to start the second half, and I should have just ran it. They wasn't going to be able to stop it, and we could have just got in here and regrouped and come out and tried to put a drive together. But that's 100% on me, and I apologize to them, and we'll try to do better in the second half. But we're executing our game plan. Well, look, our kids are playing hard. I mean, they're playing really, really hard, and we're battling and competing, but, it's just, hey, we got to make some adjustments. We'll try to get out here and take us home to kickoff and score.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Morgan. And we're going to step away for just a minute. Your score at the half, Spencer County 21. Actually,
no.
Paducah Tilghman 21, Spencer County 0. We'll be right back with on GHP Sports.
Dryer Vent Squad of Louisville reminds you that clogged or restricted dryer vents are the primary cause of dryer vent fires. Have your dryer exhaust vents inspected and cleaned by a professional at least once a year. presented by the Dryer Vent Squad of Louisville. Dryer vent cleaning, rerouting, and repairing. Stay safe, save money and time. 502-712-0333. DryerVentSquad.com. Dryer Vent Squad, we get the lint out.
Country Mart in Taylorsville has the finest selection of freshly butchered meats, produce, and all of the other ingredients to make your mealtime a victory. If you're running short on time or just don't feel like cooking, Country Mart is the only place in Taylorsville to get delicious Champs chicken. Dine in or take it to go. Your family will love it. Make sure to use your Country Mart card to save on food and earn points at the pump. Country Mart, your local grocery, proudly serving Taylorsville and all of Spencer County for over 50 years.
Welcome back to Paducah Tilghman High School and the Dryer Vent Squad halftime show, and Spencer County trails here 21-0 at the half. John, anybody that's listened to us all year long, over the last couple years actually, we talk about Morgan and Kaylin all the time, and the things they do behind the scenes. Now Morgan, the last year or so, stepped out and done the halftime interviews and things like that. Kaylin in the trailer, along with the others, but that's a couple of the seniors that we have. And they took it upon themselves to do the recap of the DeSales game this past week, and we thought they'd done a really good job doing it. So we've got that video queued up here, and we're going to show it to you right now.
Welcome back, everyone. In case you missed Friday night's big game, we're going to be looking back on Spencer County's second-round win over DeSales High School and reviewing some stats and key plays that helped lead Spencer County to victory. The biggest stat line comes, of course, from Spencer County's rushing game. With 324 yards on the ground, Spencer County absolutely dominated the rushing side of the game, compared to DeSales' 57 yards. As we all know, Spencer County has been a rush-dominant offense for many years, and they've stayed true to that throughout this season. Running back Kellen Marksberry rushed for 147 yards and 1 touchdown, averaging almost 9 yards per carry. He also received for 66 yards and a touchdown, putting him at 213 yards on the night. Junior quarterback Jarrett Stewart completed 4 of 10 passes on the night for 116 yards and 3 touchdowns with 1 interception. Senior wide receiver Drew Barron had a big night as well, with 50 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, as well as an interception. Moving on to the defensive side of things, senior Nick Stowe led the team with 8 of the 44 tackles on Friday night. Tanner Schuler had 6, Keenan Carnes 5, and both Eric Henry and Ian Blanford had 4, Blanford posting 3 tackles for loss. DeSales threw for around 350 yards on the night and rushed for 57. Quarterback Peyton Moulter went 16 of 28, scoring 4 touchdowns and throwing 2 interceptions. The Colts had 1 rushing touchdown on the night at the hands of junior Marshall Miller, who had 45 rushing yards. Wide receiver Brandon Williams received for 178 and 3 touchdowns on the night, and Broderick Price for 125 yards and a touchdown. The Colts also had 65 tackles on the night, with Brandon Williams and Michael Ellis having 10 apiece. Looking into some big plays in the game, we'll start off with the very first play on opening kickoff. DeSales was set to receive, but a fumble recovery by Eric Henry gave Spencer County the ball on their own 18-yard line, leading to a 31-yard field goal by kicker Kyle Brunswick. DeSales gets the ball back and moves down the field where Keenan Carnes makes a tackle to force a 4th and 5. Kicker Evan Burkhart kicks a 37-yard field goal to tie the game up at 3. Spencer County gets the ball to take it to the end of the first quarter, where a clutch 4th and 1 run by Kellen Marksberry keeps the drive going. After 3 fumbles inside the 10-yard line and a false start penalty, Kellen Marksberry runs it into the end zone behind the block of Tanner Schuler, but a block extra point leaves the score at 9-3. DeSales gets their second possession of the game with 9:47 to go in the first half, where quarterback Peyton Moulter throws a 44-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Williams, and the Colts go up 10-9. On the kickoff, Brady Smith returns the ball 72 yards to put the Bears inside their own 25-yard line. Running back Danny Armstrong runs it into the end zone, and the Bears go up 16-10 after the extra point. The Colts go on to turn it over on downs, and Spencer County gets the ball at the 34-yard line, where they are intercepted on the first play of the possession by Colm Spalding. Moulter throws a pass to Brandon Williams, and DeSales goes up 17-16. The Bears drive down the field, and a big throw over the middle leads to a Drew Barron touchdown to put the Bears up 22-17, and they will get the ball back to start the second half. On the opening drive of the second half, Stewart throws a 36-yard pass to Drew Barron for his second touchdown of the night. A 2-point conversion pass to Kellen Marksberry puts the Bears up 30-17. DeSales gets possession back, and wide receiver Broderick Price receives the pass around the 45 and runs it down the sideline for a touchdown, narrowing the lead to 30-24. Brady Smith answers with a 50-yard touchdown run off of great blocks to give the Bears a 36-24 lead. A 4-minute drive by the Colts leads to a 1-yard touchdown rush by quarterback Peyton Moulter, and the Colts narrow the lead once again to 36-31. Stewart answers with a 51-yard touchdown pass to Kellen Marksberry in wide open space to put the Bears up 42-31 after a missed 2-point conversion. A 70-plus yard touchdown run by Brandon Williams puts the Colts within 5 at 42-37, but a failed 2-point conversion keeps the Colts out of field goal range. Spencer County wins final 42-37.
And we're back here at Paducah Tilghman High School. Thanks to Morgan
and Kaylin.
And Kaylin,
yep.
on that there. They really do a fantastic job.
They do.
And the things that they do behind the scenes that you guys don't, well, you do see, because if it was up to me and John putting this on YouTube,
yeah.
you all would be in trouble.
Yeah. We might have some drawings with some kind of crown or something like that to try to describe things. But, yeah, it's really is impressive what they're able to do out there, and what Charlie's been able to do with these students and the other people that volunteer to do GHP Sports. We really appreciate all that they do. But I'm telling you, these students, we've talked about it before, and we'll say it again. Students interested, get a hold of us. We want you to be involved if you're a student in Spencer County, and being able to learn this and try this. It's an opportunity that you never know. You might have a knack for, and it might be something you want to do in the future. But still, if you're interested, please get a hold of us.
A few stats from the first half here, John. Spencer County defense is really I know the score is 21-0, but the score don't tell the way the defense is played here in the first half. Paducah Tilghman, 8 first downs in the first half, 10 rushes for 26 yards. Jack James is 9 of 16 for 131 yards. That's 26 plays for a total of 157 yards. And this is a team, John, that's averaging 464 yards of offense per game.
Exactly.
And the Bears have held them very well in that figure. They're averaging 6 yards a play, 2 of 8 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down. For the Bears, they have 5 first downs, 20 rushes for 68 yards. Passes Bears are 0 for 5, and the 2 interceptions hurt.
They do.
But like I said, the defense has stepped up. The offense had one long drive down the field. Defense has held them a couple times.
But you and I were talking.
Put them in bad. We had the one bad field position down here on the interception.
But you and I were talking while the girls were doing the recap of last week's game. This game could easily be a 7-0 or 7-7 or whatever type of a football game right here. Spencer County able to punch it in when they get down on the far end of the field. And then also, if you take away the turnovers. Earlier in the week, Bo, you and I talking about this game, and we had kind of said, Tilghman's pretty good. It'd be nice if we get a couple turnovers our way to try to help us out a little bit and get a couple extra possessions. And but it was also the idea Spencer County can't make those mistakes themselves.
Right.
We can't have the unnecessary penalties. We can't have these turnovers because this Paducah Tilghman team's a good enough team that it makes it difficult to come back on them. And now down 21-0, this is not unsurmountable for Spencer County by any means. Definitely playing better than what the score shows, and I hope that folks out there have seen that it might say 21-0 on the scoreboard, but it's a lot closer game than that.
Individually in the game, Jack James, 9 of 16 for 131 yards. Receiving, Martell's Carter, 2 catches for 31 yards. Starks, 2 for 30. Josh Campbell, 2 for 24. And DeMarcus Wilson, 5 rushes for 18 yards. For Spencer County, Jarrett Stewart, 0 for 5. Kellen Marksberry, 5 rushes, 31 yards. Brody Phelps, 6 for 19. Keenan Carnes, 8 for 17. And Jarrett Stewart, 1 and 1 on the night. And we're going to take another quick break here on the Dryer Vent Squad halftime show. And when we come back, we'll get you set for the second half kickoff right here on GHP Sports.
What a tool! He could hit a gas line.
Wait, he's contacting 811.
They'll mark the underground utilities free.
Turns out he is smarter than he looks.
Know what's below 811 before you dig.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hubbock, and I have been a proud resident of Spencer County for nearly 15 years. As a local real estate agent, I am thrilled to be working with Brown Realty and assisting more of my neighbors and friends right here in Taylorsville with their real estate needs. I can think of no better place to put down roots, both professionally and personally, than in Spencer County. Our community sets itself apart from others in that it possesses a small town atmosphere, in addition to residents who truly go above and beyond to help one another in whatever capacity necessary. Those traits, mixed with the genuine beauty of the county, make me honored to not only live and work here, but to raise my children here as well. In addition to real estate, I serve on the executive board for the Spencer County Taylorsville Chamber of Commerce, and I look forward to working with fellow business owners and residents of our community for years to come.
Welcome back to Paducah Tilghman High School as Spencer County comes back out of the locker room. We're about 2 minutes and 40 seconds away from the second half kickoff, which Spencer County will receive. And, John, we're going to go over some quick scores from around the state. See what's going on in different venues around the state. That's we have our district foe, Franklin County, leads Bardstown 37-7. Right now, that game is in the third quarter. Hart County and Union County. Hart County leads 10-7, and that game is at the half. Bowling Green leads Fairdale 45-0. Owensboro is ahead of Atherton. Atherton may be the best season in school history they're having this year, John. Owensboro leads that game 21-7. And some other games of note that we have talked about. Frederick Douglass leads Male 21-14. That game is in the fourth quarter. And Covington Catholic leads Johnson Central 24-0. That game is in the third quarter. Also in the third, Boyle County leads Corbin 21-14. And just down the road from here, Lexington Christian and Mayfield are all knotted up at 7. So there is some good games going on around the state, John.
Yeah, there is. And that was one game I was glad you brought up was the Mayfield game. You know, being rivals with Paducah Tilghman and everything. And obviously, Paducah Tilghman, the type of team as far out as they are, the likelihood of us ever playing this team again is slim to none. But still, you know, we hope if there's any viewers out there from the Paducah Tilghman area watching, supporting the Blue Tornado here on GHP Sports that, you know, we give them those scores from their rival down the road. Mayfield definitely gave Paducah Tilghman their best game of the regular season and have really had a good season. And, of course, but Cutter Boley going down there from Lexington Christian, that's another battle altogether. So good game going on down there, 7-7. And, again, big one for us that you and I talked about a lot while we were driving over here, Boyle and Corbin. Boyle County and Corbin, arguably the two best teams in 4A. And many people have said, and I tend to agree with them, Bo, that that's likely the state championship game right there tonight between those two teams.
I agree. We do have that play. We got about 25 seconds left of that last touchdown scored by Tilghman. We wanted to take one more look at it. Very close here as we slow it down on the instant replay. It looks like he did get 1 foot in. Yeah. It's hard to tell from this angle. Wish we had one down that sideline. But we don't. But it is very close there.
Maybe we can get Charlie to spring for some pylon cams next year. That might be all right. Yeah. So if we can have something like that. But yeah, if we can maybe get that picked up, and you know, always trying to improve here at GHP Sports, and you know, Charlie knows that Bo and I are the last two people to ever ask for anything from him, and so you know, if we bring that up, it might be all right. But you know, Spencer County, though, of course, they added 3 minutes to the clock to allow these teams to get warmed up after halftime. If I'm Coach Marksberry and I'm going into that locker room, I mean, I'm going in chin held high. The way this team has played, you know, Coach Marksberry talked about it with the interview with Morgan going into the locker room of how we're executing our game plan. We're doing exactly what we wanted to do, what we thought we could do to be successful against this Blue Tornado team. And really, for everybody that's been with us and watched that first half, Spencer County's doing a great job. The scoreboard doesn't show it, but this game is a lot closer than 21 points for everybody watching. I mean, this is a game Spencer County is in right now, and really we talked about it coming over here on the drive today. And I think we mentioned a little bit in the pregame show. I know it was kind of condensed a little, but we don't really know quite how good this Paducah Tilghman team is. You know, they're ranked 4th in 4A, but fifth in 4A, but they'd also only had 2 different games against teams that even were winning football teams on the season, you know, between Logan County and the rival we were talking about with Mayfield. And so we were talking to ourselves, you know, talking to each other driving down about, is this team really the 5th best team? Is this team better than the 5th best team? Is this team worse than the 5th best team? And, Bo, it just really boiled down to we didn't have much to look at in comparison.
Didn't really have a barometer to look at.
No.
To see. No, not really any common opponents or anything like that. It's tough. It's tough.
And really, you know, if I'm Paducah Tilghman, I go into that locker room. If I'm Coach Thompson, I'm pleading with my boys to get going. You know, because Spencer County, they've come out and they've punched them in the mouth. The scoreboard doesn't show it. But Spencer County's given them everything that they want in this game and more. And if the Bears can just build off of that confidence and realize just how much they are in this game, that score is by no means a score that's difficult to surpass with a 21-point deficit in the second half. Especially when, Bo, honestly, 3/4 of the state looked at this as they're saying, Paducah Tilghman's going to have a running clock on them by halftime. Well, not so much. You know, Spencer County might have had a long drive today to get out here, but they showed up. They're ready to play this game and going to receive the kickoff start the second half.
Mail scored a touchdown to make it 21-20, went for a 2-point try and did not get in.
Oh, my.
Frederick Douglass leads 21-20 with 4:10 left.
That hurts right there. That's one of those that, of course, the coach, he makes a call like that, Bo. If they get the 2-point conversion, he's a genius. If they don't, he's an idiot. Yep. You know, and I hate that. I understand the guts behind that. You know, Coach Marksbury even going into the locker room at halftime talked about that last possession, how he shouldn't have taken that shot. That's his fault. You know, shouldn't have made that call. I still agree with that call. I still take that shot. You haven't thrown the ball downfield very much so far in this game, and having a limited amount of time to maybe get that momentum, maybe punch that in real quick for 6. It was only a 14-point lead at the time. Knowing you're getting the ball to start the second half, you get that chance to double dip, and you're back in this ball game. I take that shot still. I mean, I understand the reason why he's telling his players it's my fault, I shouldn't have done that. He needs to tell his players that, simply because he doesn't want them to think that they did anything wrong. But still, in my book, Bo, it was the right call.
Hancock set to kick off for the Blue Tornado. Short kick, going to be fielded by Brady Smith about the 23-yard line. Tries to come around the other side. It's going to get taken down at the 24, and that's the speed of that Blue Tornado team chasing him down. Brady Smith is not a slow guy.
No, he's not. And Brian Caldwell Jr. there for the Blue Tornado coming from the other side of the field, chasing him down, able to get that tackle. Of course, Spencer County now going to take over at the 24-yard line. The way Spencer County moved the football and how just methodical they were on the ground in that first half, look to see more of that. You know, Coach Marksbury needs to put points on the board, but he still has to limit the amount of time that Jack James is going to be on the field.
Flag comes in. Brody Phelps does get up to about the 30-yard line.
That flag, I'm afraid, is in the area holding generally. Now, we're going to have a chop block called against Spencer County. That's a hurt penalty right there. That's going to back him up a little bit. Still going to be first down. Spencer County going to get moved back quite a ways here. 10-yard penalty. Bring up 1st and 20 now for the Bears.
From 14. Definitely a face mask too, John.
Yeah, there was. We're a lot of fans over here upset that there wasn't another flag thrown on that.
And off to Phelps. Got another one there, and it's not getting called. He does get across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Tackled by Paducah Tilghman, number 32, Uriah Verson.
Actually, no.
3-yard gain.
Looked at the wrong yard line.
Yeah, he's up to about the 17-yard line. Bring up a second and around 16, 17 to go for the Bears. Spencer County needing to pull out some magic here on a couple plays here. Not typically a team that's designed to work behind the chains, and when you get those early penalties like that on drives, in the past they've shown to be drive killers for Spencer County. So something positive, need a good gain here on second down to give us a third and manageable.
Hand off Brady Smith, trying to get around the left side. That Tornado defense flows well to the sidelines.
They do, Bo, and they're able to get out there real quick there and get that stop on Brady Smith. Spencer County typically the faster team on the field. We don't have a lot of size. Of course, the offensive line getting a good push there in the middle. It's just these linebackers, these defensive backs able to flow to the outside, force that runner to continue to go out and use that sidelines even if they have to as an extra tackler, but they're making it difficult for Spencer County to find space to be able to cut back up the field and get those positive yards, and now we're looking at a 3rd and 17.
All right, Tilghman T, it's 3rd down.
Man goes in motion. Hand off up the middle. Keenan Carnes, that gets nowhere, and the punt team's going to come on.
Spencer County hoping that they were going to find them in a little bit more of a coverage situation, thinking Tilghman might be back deep a little bit, trying to stop anything big from happening, maybe avoid the first down, and linebackers just not having anything of it there. Keenan Carnes, really nothing in the middle there for him to work with on 3rd down. Bring up a 4th down, and the Bears for the first time tonight, Bo, going to have to punt the ball.
Drew Dwyer, the freshman, on to punt for Spencer County.
Kicks it out of bounds. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, we've talked a lot about Martell Carter and what he's able to do.
Spotting that ball at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that spot. Of course, not 28. Being on that side of the field, it's kind of hard to tell. But at no point in time does Spencer County, whether it would be on kickoffs or punts, do they want to give him the ball and an opportunity to return. Of course, this, not much of a difference with yardage, actually only gaining about 10 yards on that punt, but still avoiding that chance of them running it back.
Hand off Wilson. Breaks the tackle, gets across the 25, down to about the 22-yard line. Pickup of 6.
Spencer County again getting good contact early in that play, catching him at the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit beyond, just able to break those tackles and get that positive yardage. Got to wrap him up, Bo.
Blue Tornado working a little quicker. James going to keep this one this time. Goes up the middle. We'll get across the 15. Be good enough for a first down.
Now, I know it's up to Coach Thompson and what he wants to do and how he wants to call these plays, Bo, but if I'm him, I'm not using my quarterback that way in a playoff game that you're leading by 3 touchdowns, taking a chance of potentially hurting.
James fakes, goes for the corner of the end zone. I believe we got a flag.
We do. We've got a flag there on the outside, the contact coming.
Flag on the play.
See when and where this happens. If fake Spencer County comes, contact right there after the ball's in the air. They're going to call it hold. It could have been called either or. The ball in the air when the contact was made. Actually, the correct call more than likely would have been defensive pass interference since the ball had already left the hand of the quarterback. Nonetheless, penalties there. It'll be enforced and is going to give Paducah Tilghman a 1st and goal.
Down to the 8-yard line.
Tilghman first down from the 8.
Marks goes in motion. James across the middle. Going to get forward to about the 3-yard line. Catch made by Starks.
Oh, and he's not getting up real fast. Official's going to wave it dead right here. Official timeout. That young man's struggling.
See on the Country Mart instant replay, just a slant toward the middle there, John.
Starks lines up in the slot on the side, coming across the middle, and just a great tackle there by Ethan Hampton to be able to keep a hold of him. Keep in mind, this young man right now, I know we talked about him briefly in the pregame, but he's got 65 catches, 976 yards, and 16 touchdowns for this Paducah Tilghman team. Very, very important piece to the offense for the Blue Tornado, and somebody that'll be extremely missed. They like that slot receiver. We saw that in film. Using those slants, using those things where you can get in that space between the linebackers and the safety to be able to settle in underneath in those zone coverages, and really has quite a few catches on the game. Now, he doesn't have the most yards per catch. You know, we talked about Martellus Carter and what he's been able to do. I mean, Martellus Carter, he's averaging 27.5 yards every reception that he makes throughout the season. About half that for Starks, but still.
A lot of his, though, are, like you said, though, John, are going across the middle.
Yeah.
He'll probably get tackled after 10 or 12 yards, something like that.
And he is definitely favoring that leg. No weight on it at all as he's coming off the field. We wish that young man the best right now. And, again, Starks, senior for this Blue Tornado team. As he's trying even right there, Bo, to maybe put a little bit of weight on it. And yeah, he's right back up on hobbling. And so hoping it's nothing serious for that young man and he's able to get things together and still be able to finish out his senior season.
James in the gun, 3 out wide to the right. Martellus Carter to the left. Rolls out to the right. Throws over the corner end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, nobody there with the receiver. Brendan Brown, actually, I'm assuming probably replacing Starks in this game, sophomore, able to just go straight up and run that out route, just fade out into that area that we like to call the flats, and nobody able to stay with him right there as the other receivers on that side able to clear out the defenders and give him that space, and an easy 6 right there for the Blue Tornado.
Esper on for the PAT. It's up, and it is good. With 8:16 left to go in the third quarter, Paducah Tilghman 28, Spencer County 0.
We talked about this kicker before the game started. 90 for 90 now. Obviously 4 extra points here, 94 for 94 on the season with extra points. That last one, credit is Holder. Snap actually on the ground. Holder able to get the ball up and get it in position for him to make that. When I honestly when I saw that ball snapped and be on the ground, I thought he's going to miss this one. And no, he was able to Holder was able to recover, able to get that football down, and able to kick that through and keep his streak alive at 94.
Fourth down pass for Mel, batted down at the line of scrimmage. Douglas takes over with 57 seconds left, leading by 1.
Wow. We all knew Frederick Douglass was they had a good team. We all know it. Their record doesn't show it. Of course, they played a lot of out-of-state teams, which kind of hurts their RPI more than anything because it doesn't count for anything. And so we knew they were good. But actually playing at Mayo, Bo, is why I thought the Bulldogs would have the advantage in that game simply because they were playing the game in Louisville. But, you know, here, Spencer County needing to find an answer, needing to get some points on the board as the Blue Tornado set to kick off again.
Again, short kick. Fair catch called by Drew Barron at the 31-yard line. Bears will take over 1st and 10 with 8:15 left to go in the third.
I want everybody to keep in mind, again, we was a little bit late getting on tonight, and want everybody to keep in mind this is only the second time Spencer County's been this far in football before. You know, 2 years ago, we made the long trip down to Logan County, Russellville. And as Bo, you talked about earlier, it was a lot colder that night than it is tonight, too. We don't have frost on the table with us out here in the stands tonight. Spencer County, very, very young football team. I'm not talking about age of players. I'm talking about length of program, a program that hasn't been around for very long. So for them to have the success they've had and make it this far, it's been a great job.
Handoff, tries to get around the right side. Forward progress is going to give him up to about the 31-yard line. That is the line of scrimmage. So second down 10 for the Bears.
Yeah, here Spencer County the play was designed to actually go up the gut, having to cut it out to see if there was any space right there and just know where to go. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, going to bring up a 2nd and 10. I think Jared Stewart saw the play clock there as he was running in, kind of picked up the pace a little bit, getting out to his huddle.
Yep, 5 seconds left on the play clock. Bears got to hurry, get the play off. Handoff. Phelps gets up to the 35-yard line, where he runs with abandon, don't he, John?
He does. He's out to hit somebody. And just that effort. Even Kellen Marksberry, wrong place, wrong time, takes the brunt of that hit as he's coming through the line. Going to give us about
Kellen's going to come out. Brady Smith coming in.
Kellen hanging that arm just a little bit as he comes off the field. We know he kind of struggled with an injury mid-season this year, and it was difficult for him to handle some physical contact. Hope everything's all right there on the sidelines.
3rd and 7 for the Bears. And off again. Phelps goes nowhere. Pick up maybe a yard. Bring up 4th and 6.
And Spencer County, Jarrett Stewart coming over to Coach Marksberry. I mean, you're at a point now. Oh, they are going to punt it. They're at a point now where, Bo, if I'm Coach Marksberry, 6:12 left to go in the 3rd quarter, I'm probably going for this. I mean, you're at a spot right now, win, advance, lose, go home. You have nothing to lose. It doesn't matter. If Spencer County loses this game, it doesn't matter if it's 28-0 or 128-0. A loss is a loss, and it ends their season. It's where I think I start taking the chance.
Dwyer with the punt. Out of bounds this way. Going to go out, see where they mark it.
So he continues to walk forward. Somebody grab that guy. Hold him back a little bit. Going to be at the
46-yard line.
Yep, at the Bears' 46-yard line.
The Blue Tornado has been very fortunate with field position.
They have.
Tonight. A couple times they've got the ball on the Spencer County side of the field on the punts. One time on the interception.
Yep.
And they scored all 3 times. Well, not this time yet, but
still got the starting lineup out there for Paducah Tilghman.
James under center. Hand off to Carter. Tries to sweep around the right edge. Nick Stowe will not let go.
He's not going to stop. All of that for about 3 yards, Bo. Maybe only about 2.5, really. Nick Stowe, he wasn't having it.
See here on the Country Mart Instant Replay, he grabs him about the 45-yard line. He gets up to the 42.
Has him by the shirt tail.
Quick screen pass out to Wilson. Wilson around the left side, got a little room. Makes a man miss, pulled down from behind by Tanner Schuler.
Taking it down inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, and he's up slow.
It will be first down, Tornado.
Tackled hard from behind. Never prepared for that if you're running the football, for somebody to catch you from behind. And Tanner Schuler able to catch up to him and just dogpile him right there, ball him up, roll him down to the ground.
He's coming out.
He's coming off the field. DeMarcus Wilson just shaking up a little bit on that play. Actually going to have Amari Williams come out to take his place.
James from the shotgun. Williams goes in motion. Looks back. That ball is bounced. Trying to get the pass to Perry. It's incomplete.
Yeah, Paducah Tilghman trying to set up the screen. You could see it right away. If you're watching that line, a lot of times if you really want to understand where the football's going, pay attention to the offensive line. And in a situation like that, we see the offensive line releasing, letting those defensive linemen through without much fuss. 9 times out of 10, Bo, it's going to be a screen.
James, this time looking the corner of the end zone. That ball is caught.
He's got to be way out of bounds. No. That had to be out of bounds. They're calling that a touchdown. Ethan Hampton just beside himself over there about the fact that he was not in bounds.
See here, slowed down on the Country Mart instant replay.
And, boy, if he was in bounds, it wasn't by much. That foot, even from here, looks like it's straddling the line when he lands. That's out of bounds. That's an incomplete pass.
Extra point by Esper is good. And with 4:23 left to go, Paducah Tilghman 35, Spencer County 0.
Spencer County having to answer here. They have to come up with a way to put points on the board in this situation. I know it's looking more and more out of hand for the Bears, more and more difficult with the time remaining in this game. Like you said, 4:23 left to go in the third quarter right now. It's going to be an uphill battle for the Bears. But the Bears, they've had success. They're doing things right. They just haven't been able to finish, and they've got to be able to find a way to finish to put points on the board. This is definitely more of a team than Paducah Tilghman, I think, was prepared for coming into this game, Bo.
No, I absolutely agree. I mean, most teams, they've had to run and clock in the first half, and I think a lot of people was thinking that way tonight.
Well, and also now you got a situation where Paducah Tilghman, normally starters are out by halftime. They're not using them anymore in the game, and now two different receivers for Paducah Tilghman, having went down with some injuries. We don't know the extent of them quite yet, but you've got this situation if you're Coach Thompson. Okay, I've got a lead. Am I comfortable enough to start getting my starters out of the game to where I keep any more from getting hurt? Kellen Marksbury going to be back deep. Not seeing the ball kicked deep yet in this game from either team.
This one is, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, Bears at the 20.
Good job there by Kellen just to let that one go. Paducah Tilghman collapsing in coverage over there on that side, knew where the ball was going to be kicked, called that to kick it to the right, and wouldn't have been a lot of real estate. I mean, honestly, Bo, even if he had fielded that ball, he was probably looking at fielding it somewhere around the 5-yard line. So to take the ball to 20, good call. You don't waste any time on the clock and get an opportunity to maybe move the ball and put some points on the board, save a little bit in this game. Try to bring back that spark that the Bears had when they started.
4:23 left to go in the third. Bears handoff up the middle. Kenan Carnes.
Kenan Carnes on the carry for Spencer County. Uriah Bersey on the tackle for Tilghman.
Still the ones in for Paducah Tilghman on the defensive side of the football right now is
Amari McCarty checks in for the Bears. Kenan Carnes comes out.
Coach Thompson still staying with those guys, keeping those guys out there. Bo, we're Bears. We bleed blue with Spencer County. We've got these boys 100%. But to even think about this when it comes to the other perspective, from the Paducah Tilghman perspective, how could you continue to keep your ones out there on the field right now knowing you've already had 2 receivers go down with injuries?
Handoff McCarty. Gets forward to about the 26-yard line. Pick up a 3.
Amari McCarty on the carry for the Bears.
Nice to see Amari out there. We mentioned him earlier in the season. I believe it might have been the Western game. Spencer County got way up on him and had a lot of the JV in there towards the end of the game. And Amari McCarty out there, and we told everybody then, watch this kid. Stay with this kid. Remember this name. He's somebody, you and I went down to Campbellsville and watched the scrimmage at the beginning of the season with the Bears and Campbellsville, and I think KCD was there, and I forget who the other one was. But we saw Amari McCarty right off the bat, and you and I are like, who's that? And I mean, phenomenally fast runner, hard runner.
We tease all the time, John. We watch film every week, and Coach Marksbury's hooked us up with his Huddle account.
Yep.
We could not only get to watch game film, we also get to watch practice film.
Yeah, it's kind of
fun. We tease a lot of times too because Amari is the main running back on that
on the scout team.
Yep. And I said the Bears sometimes kind of use him like a little punching bag, but he's a tough kid, and he's a name we're going to be calling quite a bit in the future.
Yeah, in the very near future.
Fourth down.
Spencer County
Fourth
going
and
for
3 for the Bears. Stewart under center. Looks to pass. Quick pass out to Barron. It's complete. Caught about the 33-yard line. That'll be good enough for a Bears first down. First down of the second half for Spencer County.
Yeah, actually, was this the second possession for the Bears in this
Going to mark the ball to 34. First and 10. Minute 46 left to go in the third.
Jarrett Stewart out with the call in the huddle. Spencer County still needing a spark, needing something big to happen. That's one thing when Spencer County's clicking, and games that we've seen that they've been able to do well in, Spencer County's able to come up with chunk plays. Paducah Tilghman defense done a good job tonight limiting that, not allowing Spencer County to pick up that chunk yardage and to keep them into the game.
Handoff Phelps gets back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the carry. Tackle for Tilghman, number 76, Xavier Clear.
Not much of a gain on that, maybe a foot or two on that. Going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Down under a minute to go.
Spencer County still taking their time here to make these calls. 17 seconds left on the play clock. Under 40 now on the game clock for the third quarter. Spencer County could run this play here and would not have to run another play.
Got 2 seconds. Get it off just in time. Marksbury with the handoff. Looking around the left side. It's grabbed and taken down about the 32. Lose a couple on that.
Yeah, the pursuit to the outside. Jimmy Mooney there, linebacker for this Paducah Tilghman Blue Tornado team. 71 tackles on the season, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks for that young man in the season already. And just how well he moves to the outside, Bo, it's very impressive. You see here, he makes that read, sees the fake, sees Kellen Marksbury coming around the outside, slides down that line, and just hems him in there, giving Kellen nowhere to go, and that's going to end the quarter.
That brings us to the end of 3. Your score, Paducah Tilghman 35, Spencer County 0. We'll be right back on GHP Sports. Curious what your home is worth? Visit brownrealty.com. Brown Realty, serving Spencer County and beyond for nearly 20 years. Brown Realty, your local realtor. Welcome back to Paducah Tilghman High School. Get ready to start the fourth quarter. Paducah Tilghman leads Spencer County 35-0. The game, John, been a lot slower in the second half than what we've seen in the first half. Spencer County did move the ball very well in the first half.
Yeah, Paducah Tilghman making some adjustments at halftime. And just like that last play where Kellen went around the outside to run that sweep, really flowing down the line of scrimmage, forcing these Bears running backs to go east and west, not so much north and south, and making it difficult for them to get that space on the outside and pick up yardage. And Spencer County in a spot now, 3rd and long, Bo. They've got to catch them somewhere. They've got to be able to find space for a receiver.
Stewart from the shotgun. Quick screen pass to Eric Henry. He gets forward to about the 38-yard line. John, that's one of the plays that we did see in practice this past week.
We did. That was a little bit of a new wrinkle for Coach Marksbury, able to pick up 5 yards there on that play. The only critique, cannot have that pump fake if you're Jarrett Stewart. You got to be able to get the football to him quicker before these linebackers have an opportunity to react and try to collapse down on Eric Henry. But still, great job picking up some good positive yardage, and Spencer County now going for it 4th and 5.
Ball on the 39-yard line. Barron and Marksbury out wide to the right. Stewart from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Quick pass. You got that flag on the play.
Couple flags come flying in. We're going to have some contact there. A hold being called.
Chris Mooney Probably hear the Spencer County fans appreciating the call.
Yeah, that's going to move up 10 yards. That's also going to be an automatic first down, which the 10 yards would have got them there anyway. But still, that first down, keeping the possession alive now. 11:07 left to go in the fourth quarter as
that gives the Bears a first down.
They marked out off 15 yards, Bo.
Get up there and snap it quick. Now he's moving
it back. I was just sitting here like, what are they doing? And now they got to move the chains back. Now where's he going?
Now he's going
now
back
he's going
again.
back up. That's crazy. It should have been a 10-yard penalty on a holding call there with the automatic first down. Spencer County getting 15 yards instead after the official walked back and forth a few times to place the football.
High snap, handoff, goes to Phelps. Phelps gets up to about the 42-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4 yards on that play. We're up a 2nd and 6.
Good hands there by Jarrett Stewart. Get that snap a little high.
Some of that baseball player coming out of him right there. Jarrett Stewart, of course, if you follow Spencer County Athletics at all, excellent pitcher for the Spencer County Bears and for Coach Dill. And those quick reactions that you got to have sometimes in baseball, it came in handy right there, able to get his hands up, be able to bring that ball down too, and not have a busted play, pick up some positive yards, bring up a 2nd and 6.
Same formation. Marksberry and Barron out wide to the right. Stewart from the shotgun. Handoff again. Phelps again. Gets across the 30. Keeps the legs churning. Down to the 30. We'll mark him up at 31.
I want to point out once again in this game, 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Clock moving. Paducah Tilghman with the number 1s in. This is not Spencer County moving this football against their JVs. This is their 1 still. Spencer County having success just like they did earlier in the game through much of the first half. A lot of success on the ground, and Paducah Tilghman having a hard time answering this sometimes. The only problem with the success that we're getting on the ground, Bo, is it's using up so much clock that we're not able to score quickly.
Stewart looking long. Marksberry throws into double coverage. That pass is picked off.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a touchback. Third interception thrown for Jarrett Stewart tonight in this game. Spencer County taking a shot right there. Jarrett Stewart not happy with himself at all as he comes off the side of the field, and nothing to be upset with, you know.
You're at the point in the game now, John. You've got to
These are the shots you take. Yeah. You know, I mentioned earlier when it was 28-0 that we're at a spot where it doesn't matter if it's 28-0 or 128-0. A loss is a loss, and it ends your season. And so at that point in time, Spencer County taking their shots, and that's what you have to do.
Quick pitch out to the left.
Wilson on the carry, out to the 24.
Wilson, who's back in the game.
Yeah, and Paducah Tilghman running their starters out there for the offense. 9:20 left to go in the game. A lot of players on that side of the football, too, for Bo, really haven't played complete games very often. You know, with some of the games that they've had, some of the scores that they've been able to hang on some teams have been off the field pretty early, and so forcing them to work hard.
Across the middle, the pass is complete, gets up to about the 30-yard line.
DJ Perry with the catch for
Be enough for a first down.
And it's a first down tornado.
$8:40 left to go in the football game.
Pitch again, goes to Wilson. Wilson gets a little room, gets across midfield. Now he's got one man to beat. Marksberry knocks him out of bounds. He's going to go out about the 29-yard line.
Likely the biggest run that Blue Tornadoes had tonight, Bo.
40-yard pickup for Wilson.
Able to find some room on the outside. Spencer County not able to get out there. A little bit of a hold there on the outside that wasn't called. Still, Kellen Marksbury fast enough to hang with him, knock him out of bounds. First down, Tilghman.
This one's going to go backwards a couple.
Wilson tackled for a loss.
Tanner Schuler in there getting up after making that tackle. Able to drive him back about 1.5 yards, 2 yards, bring up second down and 12.
Offsides on the Bears.
John Winstead out there just trying. He's doing what he can, or trying to do what he can. He's staying in the game, staying motivated, trying to get to that quarterback. Just a little bit of lapse of judgment there. Heard the clap from the quarterback, fired off the football even though it wasn't snapped, and it's an easy 5 yards. It's going to put it at about a 2nd and 7 for the Blue Tornado.
Offsides costs Spencer County 5 yards.
2nd and 7. Pass is complete across the 20 down to the 18.
And guess what? It's another first down, Tornado.
Quick handoff to Carter. He's going to get down to about the 7-yard line. Another first down.
From just inside the 8.
Spencer County got a man down about the 5-yard line.
Do want to take this opportunity to let everybody know tonight, situation being what it is.
Being so far away from home, got to pack up.
Got to pack up. We won't be handing out a Trevor Brown Construction Player of the Game with an interview there. And even the Kelly Hubbock coach's post-game interview. Thinking right now we're only, 10 days maybe from the first basketball game at home for the Lady Bears on a Monday night. Spencer County Bears
Lady Bears Monday night and boys on
Tuesday, and ladies once again Friday. And so plan is we're going to try to get something lined up with Coach Marksbury maybe at halftime at that game. If you want to tune in, we're going to try to talk to him a little bit, ask him some questions, wrap up the end of the season.
Got a flag on the play. James on the carry is going to get down to about the 1, but
I think
that's
we're
going to
have
be
a hold.
I think Coach Thompson's just wanting that running clock, regardless of when he gets it.
I think he is too, and he's at a point right now where, Bo, if it's me, I'm not risking the health of my starters. 6:28 left to go in the game, 35-point lead. This game is in hand. I mean, as much as
like you're going to face the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go to CovCath. But and as much as we hate to admit that as fans of the Bears, the fact that this game's gotten out of hand and Spencer County won't be able to come back in this, if you're Coach Thompson, at what point do you worry about the health of your players? Keeping his starters out there, risking injury when he has to go play Covington Catholic next week.
First and goal from the 14. Man goes in motion. Pass over in the corner. Trying to go to Carter. It's incomplete. Bring up second and goal. Does stop the clock with 6:07 left.
Both coaches with all 3 timeouts. Not that we're in a spot where I think either coach is planning to use them, but 6:07 left to go in the game, and Thompson out for that run. I think you're right, Bo. I think he's out for that running clock, but with 6 minutes left to go in the game, at what point does it matter now?
Handoff, Wilson. Breaks a couple tackles. And get into the end zone.
No, they have him down.
Mark him down just inside the 1.
Spencer County able to stop him just shy, about the half-yard line, it looks like from here, Bo. Paducah Tilghman going to have to line up again. 5:37 left to go in the game. Ball's on the ground. Fumble, Ruski.
I don't think that was a fumble, John. I think that was the play call.
It might have. Yeah, I think it was too. I think it was a fumble Ruski right there. They just let that ball go between his legs, faking that run with a
instant replay. James comes up under center.
But watch how wide his feet are. And just gets right on the back. Doesn't even put his hand underneath to take that snap.
Kick by Esper is up and good. And with 5:25 left to go, the Blue Tornado lead the Bears 42-0.
Yep.
Now, John, to me, this is me as a non-coach of football. Why do you show that?
I don't know.
Why do you put that on film?
I don't know why you put that on film. I also don't know why, once again, you're still playing your starters with 6 minutes left to go in the game and a 35-point lead. You know, we've already seen Spencer County's, they're not giving up. They're out there still playing hard. They're tackling hard. They're hitting hard. And it's hard to find a team like this, as tough as these Bears are. I remember early in the season, Bo, we go up to Collins High School on that Friday night where it gets rained out and end up having to go back Saturday night for the game. But that Friday night we get there, and you and I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Lucas up there with Collins. And he bragged about this Spencer County team and just the toughness that this team has. He said the Bears, they always have tough kids. They always have kids that's going to go out there and play hard. And he appreciated that aspect of the game for Spencer County. And so your Coach Thompson on the other side, you might not have dealt with a physical brand of football like this much throughout the season. And still out there, finally does hit the running clock now. And Paducah Tilghman still with players on the field that they're going to need the next week or maybe 2 or 3. And so
Amari McCarty back deep for the Bears here, John. I think Kellen's seen his last time on the field. Fielded by Brady Smith at the 10. Going to get up about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, as we are under a running clock now, we apologize for not having a clock on the screen tonight. Just the system and the things that we have to do to be able to bring that to you was just not feasible tonight with us setting up on the visitor side of the field. 4:36 left to go and ticking in this game with the running clock, being we're beyond that 36-point lead that Paducah Tilghman needed. But the Bears still going out there trying to salvage a little bit of pride, see what they can do in this last few minutes of this game, and walk off this field with their heads held high, Bo.
Stewart from the shotgun. High snap. Hands the ball off. Phelps slips.
Turf monster coming up to get him right there and being able to bring him down for that tackle for no gain. Bring up a second down. 3:45 left to go. Clock running. Amari McCarty coming back out onto the field once again for the Bears. Brady Smith's going to come off.
Phelps. 3:25 left to go. Two out wide to the right. Hand off again. Amari McCarty gets up to about the 25-yard line. Pick up a 5.
Good hard run by that young man. Those are the
Covering
things.
the points, too. I like that.
Those are the things that we saw at Campbellsville at the scrimmage when we saw him running the football. Was just like, who's 21? You know, we're like, we got to know who this kid is. Even though he, at the age he is as a freshman, not a lot of impact potential for Spencer County this year on the field. But next year, year after, that name's going to start getting called many, many, many more times a game here on GHP Sports as that's someone I want everybody to remember in the future. He is going to end up being a stud here for Spencer County.
One out wide either way. Again, handoff to McCarty.
McCarty again on the carry, tackled up to 26.
Going to pick up one on that.
Bring up fourth down. As we get down to 2 minutes left to go in this game, and Bo, of course, the reality has set in for many of these Bears on the sidelines is the seniors on this team are just, this is tough. This is tough to take. This is the end of the season for them. This is their last opportunity with Spencer County to play. And
Ethan Hampton comes off the field.
Keenan Carnes over off the sidelines, Paxton Truitt. Just difficult spot for some of these guys, knowing that this is the last time they're going to strap up with Spencer County written on their uniform.
Coming around, crosses midfield. Still got room, makes the man miss, gets drugged down from behind at the 24-yard line. Brady Smith, big carry for the Bears.
Clock still running. Paducah Tilghman does have some JV players in there now, some second stringers in there now on defense, and just not able to get to the outside to where their first stringers did to be able to cut that off. Big gain there for Brady Smith coming around the edge. And Spencer County with 50 seconds left and running, we're in business down here on this end of the field, Bo.
Stewart from the shotgun. Braxton Phillips and Phelps out wide to the left. Handoff goes to Ethan Hampton. Tries to cut back. Going to get across the 20 to about the 18-yard line with 27 seconds left.
Marksbury not using his timeouts here. Content to let that clock run, not knowing if we're going to get another snap or not, as we're under 20 seconds now, down to 15 seconds left to go in this game. They're going to rush to the line. And this is likely the last play of the season.
Handoff again. Hampton going to get up to about the 15-yard line, and that'll do it. Your final score, Paducah Tilghman 42, Spencer County 0. And, John, that will bring the season to an end.
Yeah, and I hate that. I do. I love football season. Anybody that's been around me very long, anybody that's watched GHP Sports very long knows how much I love football, knows how much I love these Bears. And difficult game, drive out this far, and to have the outcome be what it is. But I still think as hands are being shaken right now through the middle of the field, a lot of respect coming from the Paducah Tilghman players towards the Spencer County Bears and what they were able to do and how effective they were moving the football at times and how well they did on the defensive side of the football, slowing down an offense, Bo, that multiple times has hung 63 to 70 whatever points on teams and been very, very difficult to stop from time to time out here in the west end of the state. But Spencer County showing a lot of pride, doing well on the defensive side of the ball to slow them down, just had a hard time finishing some drives offensively to be able to put some points on the board. And it's a tough way for the season to end, Bo, but we remind people all the time, out of each class, of all 6 classes in Kentucky State football, you hit playoffs, there's only going to be one team from each class that's going to finish the season with a win. And it's just tough for Spencer County to have to have taken that loss here now. Only the second time in school history to ever make the third round of the playoffs, to be in the regional championship position. And we will have trophy presentations here in the middle of the field shortly for the regional championship, Paducah Tilghman Blue Tornado, and then the runners-up, the Spencer County Bears.
Second time in 3 years the Bears have made it here, and second regional runner-up. Still a lot to be proud of, John. September 15th, this team set at 1-4. And like Coach Marksbury said last week, he got emotional when he said it. Said people were throwing dirt on us. We were done.
Yeah.
And for this team to finish 6-1 and 6-2 after tonight says a lot about the coaching staff, says a lot about them kids with them white helmets on out there too.
It does. It does. It shows a lot of pride, shows a lot of effort, that work that they put in to see it come to fruition. We've talked over and over again about the schedule that Spencer County played this year and how difficult it was. I mean, the district schedule itself, how difficult it was and what they had to do just at district play to end up being the second seed from our district. I mean, this is some tough football that Spencer County's had to play. From this side of the field, I can't see all the dates. There are 3 different banners that are up for Paducah Tilghman having won the state championship in football. And the only one I can see that I can make out the number on, I know one of them's in the 70s, but I'm not sure what it is for sure. But I see a 1985 as the most recent state championship for football for Paducah Tilghman. That's long before football was even thought about in Spencer County, long before anything was ever organized to get things together. And that's what I talk about, how young this team is, the infancy of the program, and just how much has really been done to evolve this program into what it is, into a program that's competitive every year. And like you were mentioning, Bo, second time in the last 3 years to make it to the regional championships and playoffs.
Really is an amazing feat, the turnaround this team. We talked about early how the preseason, or the first few games before district play, how hard the schedule was. And Marksburg used the term iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
And this team got into the district play and played very well. Got the number 2 seed, helped them out, got them a home game against Western, and really had them a good path to get here.
Yeah, they did.
To this point.
They did.
And nothing to hang your hats about.
No. And last week even beating a 9-1 DeSales team, going over to DeSales, being a 9-1 team to be able to get to this. We said going into that game, we're at a point now where things are just continuing to escalate, get harder and harder every week. You know, final 8 teams in the state in 4A playing tonight, only 4 going to advance. Spencer County not one of those. But once again, we talked about it in pregame. There are 5 undefeated teams in Class 4A, even right now as we stand in the playoffs. And so now there's going to be less after the games tonight because, definitely Boyle County and Corbin, one of them was going to take a loss. But just how difficult this class is. 5 different undefeated teams, including this Paducah Tilghman Blue Tornado team. And Class 1A has 1, 2A has 1, 3A has 1. There are no undefeated teams in 5A or 6A, but yet there are 5 in Class 4A. It just shows how difficult this is, how much of a gauntlet this class is, and what Spencer County was able to do to advance through the playoffs like they did and get to the spot where they made this drive out to Paducah Tilghman. The only obvious thing we would have liked to seen is maybe the scoreboard flip the other direction at the end of this one. But, once again, you hit playoffs, only one team's going to finish with a win, and tonight was not the night for the Bears.
We got to go over some stats right quick as we finish up here tonight on the Teacup post-game show. For the Blue Tornado tonight, 19 first downs for Paducah Tilghman, 20 rushes for 101 yards. And James, 15 of 24 for 198 yards.
Well under his average.
Well under his average for the night. That's
100
200
yards.
And a total of 44 plays for 299 yards tonight. And again, that's a team that averages 460 yards a game on the ground, or in the game. For Spencer County, 11 first downs, 40 rushes for 149 yards. And this was also a team, John, that was number 9 in the state in rushing defense, only allowing 88 yards a game, these Blue Tornadoes. So for Spencer County, 149 yards tonight. Jarrett Stewart, 2 of 9 for 13 yards. Spencer County, 49 total plays, 177 yards of total offense. And individually, Starks for the Blue Tornado, 3 catches, 35 yards. Martell's Carter, 2 for 34. Josh Campbell, 2 for 24, amongst others. For the Blue Tornado, and Wilson, 11 rushes for 80 yards, none bigger than that 40-yarder there toward the end of the game. For Spencer County, Jarrett Stewart, 2 of 9. Drew Barron caught 1 pass for 7 yards. Eric Henry, 1 for 6. Brady Smith ends up leading the Bears in rushing tonight with that 1 rush, John, for 50 yards.
Yeah.
Brody Phelps, 14 for 32. Kellen Marksbury, 6 for 29. Keenan Carnes, 11 for 21 for the Bears. And we'll go over some quick final scores tonight before we get out of here. Franklin County leads Bardstown 38-21. I'm sure that game is final by now, but they're not marking it final. Hart County leads Union County 24-14. Other games of interest, Mayfield 17, Lexington Christian 13.
Wow.
Bell County and East Carter is tied at 30 in overtime. Frederick Douglass, of course, beats Male 21-20. Covington Catholic 31-0 over Johnson Central. Boyle County 21, Corbin 14. That game is now final. Boyle County will go on and Corbin goes home. Lexington Catholic 43, Rockcastle 7. And Johnny, game we talked about on the way down here, Christian Academy 52, Louisville Central 13. That game is also a final.
Yeah, so that sets up the Class 4A Final Four right there. Based off of those wins, that's going to put this
Paducah Tilghman will go to Covington Catholic.
Yeah.
And
Corbin or
Boyle County will actually go to Franklin County.
Yeah, which would be an interesting game to see.
For the state semifinals in 4A. So get you set up. That would be a good one to go to if somebody wanted to go next Friday night.
Yeah, real quick before we get off here, I know myself, I'm sure Bo too, take a few seconds here. I want to say a quick thank you to GHP Sports and Charlie Titchener and Molly Titchener and everything that they've done into developing this and to making this what this is, to give this platform to these student athletes and to give them an opportunity to be showcased where family, friends, distant relatives, that live far away. Even a game like this tonight where we know a lot of people couldn't attend because of the distance to get out here. We appreciate so much what they've done for GHP Sports. So got to thank them. Got to thank my wife back home. Love you, Denise. We're going to be, Bo and I, of course, headed back tonight, the long drive back home. And so
as soon as we can get through the airport.
Yeah, we get through customs going through and get wheels up and the 8-hour flight back, it seems like. But anyway, still appreciate Denise, everything she does, all the support we've had. We've had people, volunteers, jump in from time to time throughout the year this year to step in, help run cameras, do different things for us, help set up, tear down, and everybody just did a great job. We appreciate that so much. We appreciate you viewers out there, watching this and just the support and the love that we receive from the Spencer County community and beyond for having this available to you. It's so great. Even as we stood up here tonight, people walking out of the bleachers, people stopping by, thanking us for being here and doing what we've done for Spencer County. But it's not us you should thank. Thank these students, thank these student athletes. And, again, like we tell people all the time, Charlie's 95% of this. And so thank Charlie Titchener for all that he's done in giving us the opportunity to bring these games to you.
All our sponsors also.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Without you, none of this is possible. And I'm not even going to begin to start naming them.
Yeah,
but,
I'm afraid we'll miss one.
I will miss one, I know, but I appreciate everything you guys have done to help put these student athletes and get this, out there to where, again, like John said, we're 4 hours away from Taylorsville, and a lot of people can't make this drive, and they would be on the phone with somebody in the stands or texting back and forth. What's the score?
Watching
what's going
Facebook
on? And,
for updates.
And they were able to watch this at home tonight. And again, you guys out there, the viewers, blow me away every week. Last week's game, over 1,800 views.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that. A small community like Spencer County, and we get that many people to watch it, it just shows how important it is to them and us and these student athletes.
And it shows us why we need to make this 4-hour drive. It shows us that this is worthwhile, that this is something that we want to bring to the community.
But, John, I don't have a whole lot more. I will say on November 27th will be our next broadcast. The girls will play at home. Basketball season just around the corner.
Yeah.
Girls will play at home versus Assumption, and then on November 28th, the boys at home versus Seneca. By all means, be there at Spencer County High School. Come to the gym, watch it. But if you can't, John and I will be there and running our mouth.
Yeah, we will. Of course, we're good at it. I guess Charlie keeps us around, so.
But that's all we've got from Paducah. We've got to start heading back towards Taylorsville, so we'll see you all in a week or so. And but your final score here tonight, season comes to an end for the Spencer County Bears. Paducah Tilghman 42, Spencer County 0. We'll see you on November 27th here on GHP Sports.